Hey, sweetie, is it working good?
Yeah, it's not buffering or anything.
Okay, thank you. Just gonna try to set up. Should be better. Hey, Sasquatch Mind Control. I was just thinking about you. Well, literally. I was, you know how comments just disappear on YouTube? You get them in your email or you don't. They show up in the video or they don't. So I went into my YouTube studios earlier and I saw that you commented on, I think it was my Happy Moon Day. And I was remembering how the other day I was talking about the Canadian band Platinum Blonde, and I wasn't sure if you had said you knew who they were or not. So I was going to link you a song, but then I couldn't find the song I wanted, and I squirreled, and I came to start the stream. So I forgot to send it.
Mom,
What?
would the cream be good with Oreos?
Yes.
Yeah, so
It's just thicker than milk. It's
okay.
better, actually, than milk.
Okay.
So, welcome. Happy hump day, middle of the week, middle of the month. You looked them up, I think. Yeah, they're from Ontario and from my childhood. And just like I'm into the 80s stuff like a lot. I kind of got stuck there and never really came out for real. Most people I meet say, like, you got stuck in the 80s. And I was like, no, I didn't get stuck there. I stayed there on purpose. Right? Stayed there on purpose. You haven't heard of them before? There's the Spoons, too. Platinum Blonde, the Spoons, and Honeymoon Suite would be my trinity of, like, Ontario bands. And that's the thing, when I was in high school, and Parachute Club. You guys remember? Anybody remember Parachute Clubs? Rise up, rise up. Parachute Club. And the reason that they stuck with me like through ever is because when I was in high school, most of the people, like older brothers and sisters or, cousins or aunts and uncles of my people. Honeymoon Suite. Yeah, they're from Niagara Falls specifically, or Niagara Falls region. Honeymoon Suite. Oh my gosh. What's the song? If I could grow wings, I would do anything just to keep you with me. Can't you see? Oh, what's the other line? The life I lead, you'll never understand. But if you fly with me, we'll never have to land. That line from a song is like, I swear, I got shivers right to my toes. The life I lead, you'll never understand. But if you fly with me, we'll never have to land. Yeah. Yes, and Glass Tiger too, Michelle. Glass Tiger. You stayed in the 80s by choice? Me too, baby. Me too. Wonder if Joe's going to come back. Oh, I had the song. I was actually talking about, I started another live stream and it was buffering, so this is my second take. Poolside. Their version of Harvest Moon is one of my favorite. After Neil Young, of course. Neil Young is just from down the way, eh? So when he sings a Highway 17 and Highway 11, well, that's where I am, right at that. The merging of that. I actually have looked for housing, a home on the French River for like over a year and a half now, but I'm not like, when you're looking for something for somewhere, but it's like, nope, this is not your land, so there's never anything. But yeah, I've been looking a long time just in case, right? Because if my heart space kind of would wish to live there, maybe I'm supposed to, and it's just not time. Who knows? I feel like the biggest, like, not knowing person ever, right? I'm flowing gifts, I know myself, all of that, but damn, I don't know, like, true north. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. That song is rad. The poolside version, you mean? I don't know. It's weird, eh? When I talk to you guys, I'm talking to myself, but I can, like, hear you guys and see you guys. It's, like, so weird to me. And it's so weird. It's the only life I really know. So I don't have many interactions with a lot of people in real life. You know what I mean? But I do this like for a sustained amount of hours per day, you know, with just like snippets of a couple days here and there in between that I don't come on live. So I was telling Elf herself pressed on the Skype button, Instagram button this morning, like boom. All of a sudden, like, there's Sapphire Blue, and I'm like, yay, accept the call. Like, nobody ever calls me just, like, out of the blue. And we were talking, and I was like, it's like a double-edged sword, the fact that I've been, like, you know, doing vids for so long and then live streaming, because it looks so easy. And it is. It's all that I know. I don't know how to sustain a real conversation with, you know, actual adults. Humans, kids is fine, so is animals, but adult humans is just weird to me most days. And so I seem like it's so easy to talk, but it's not, because I'm not used to having the actual response back. I just talk to myself here through you guys. It's so weird. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, on. Thank you. Brightens up my day. Keep it up. Yes, that's what I keep being told. Keep it up, Buttercup. Let the girls lay low, but keep up the energy. Just show up. I never know what's going to come out of me. I never know who's going to show up and, like, comment or not. And we will see. It's like yesterday. I had been off for that, you know, the couple of days. Been in the bush with my parents and my sis. And I thought I was just going to do a quick stream and ended up yapping for, like, over 4 hours. Whoa. And the energy yesterday was like amazing. So you saved the song? Right on, Michael. I'm going to try to find that Honeymoon Sweet song I was singing about. Well, singing. I don't really sing. I just kind of whatever. But someday when I grow up, I might learn how to sing. For real, I don't really know how to sing. Well, I know how to sing. Everybody knows how to sing. But I don't think I really sound that great. And I have no idea how to harmonize and all that stuff. I've been told that I'm, like, good at harmonizing, and it's like, I don't even know what that means. So, it's weird. Okay, Honeymoon Sweet. Feel it again. Stay in the light. What does it take? That's the name of the song. What does it take by Honeymoon Sweet? I don't know what it takes. I've been doing this for 2.5 freaking years.
I just had to add some water because I need it to be that.
Yeah, I get it. Cream, the 35% is really thick. Shoot, I forgot where I was going with anything. Oh well. Never know. Oh, I was like, I'm in a freaking French vibe this morning. It's afternoon now. We just passed 13:44 Eastern time. It's afternoon now. Kelly Ryan O'Brien was texting me and she wrote out LLLA, and I was like, song that I was actually listening to this weekend, and like a copyright claim on them now, no matter if I'm playing copyright free music. Imagine that, eh? I'm playing copyright free music in 3/4 of my streams these days just to get a little beat going. Excuse me. And I'm getting a copyright claim thing, which says I can't be monetized for that video. And it's like, well, thanks, YouTube, because if you actually took a couple seconds to look at my fucking channel, you would see I'm not monetized, so you wouldn't bother wasting the ink of sending me a copyright claim. But I guess they don't really waste ink anymore, right? I wonder if they would care if they were wasting ink. I know. I'm going nowhere with this. Do you want to go nowhere with me? This is what the stream's about. Let's go nowhere together. I'm going to play it really quick. I can't help it. My vibe is really French today. I think I shared like 3 or 4 songs on Instagram. France Gall. Where's Alex? There's a Gall. She's a Gall. The L, E-L-L-A, Michelle, get it? L, Michelle, is so just like, of my syllables right now. Does that make, boom, there you are, Alex, whoop, whoop. See, her name's almost the same as yours. I love when I do that. Okay, that's enough out of her. That's enough out of her. Let's just listen to me. Thank you, Sasquatch Mind Control. What's your name if you so choose to share? Ooh. Ooh. May I know your name? If you want to just tell me and put it in my... I won't tell anybody. Sometimes people don't want everybody to know their name. Joe, you're back? Hey, dude. The first vid that I shared up above is the Neil Young cover of Harvest Moon. The second one is a song by Honeymoon Suite. You might like it, Joe. It's an 80s band from Niagara Falls region. And the third song is a French Canadian. Well, unless she's from France, because sometimes I think they're from Canada, but they're from France. But oh well, it's a French song, the third one I just shared. How you doing, Michael Steven? I'd rather be here than opening a can of whoop ass at Domino's with my roomies. Oh, your roomies are gonna hate me. They're gonna come to Canada and like shut my mouth, put duct tape on me or some shit.
Please.
Right? Boom. This is the first card that fell out of the deck when I was stirring. I just kind of put it down because I was sharing all those songs. I like the color, the dolphin, like a purpley kind of pinkish blue. Dolphin spirit. And this message is important. This and that are true.
Why
That
did
is-
I just try to put Oreos in the fridge?
Me not knows. This and that are true, right? Is it a 6 or a 9? Well, it depends how you're looking at it, first of all. Is my opinion real or is yours? Actually, they're both real, but put it aside. I saw a quote on Instagram. I think I shared it. Shit, I took a picture of it with my iPad, which I can't look at. It's something like, if you can actually just observe stuff without analyzing it, that's like really good. And they said it better than I did. I think it was actually Rumi. Get it? Rumi. R-U-M-I. Rumi. You have roomies? I know. I think it was a Rumi quote, but I forget. But I butcher quotes as much as I can and like turn them into my language. So yeah, when you can actually like observe things without analyzing. And that's kind of the opposite of what we're told sometimes. It's like, if you can analyze and like, you know, you have so much knowing. But guess what? The more you know, the less you actually do know. So this and that are true. I like that. How's your guys' day going? What energies are you guys feeling today? What's the Schumann at? That's a lot of questions. Anybody can answer one of those? Jugolo Coco. Hey, beautiful people. How's it going, Alex? Michael, they're all gluttons for Domino's punishment. My old dude roomies. Glutton for punishment. That's one of my favorite expressions to use. Aw, Dustin Brad, I freaking love you. Did you share it? Or did you see what I... It's exactly. Thank you. So I'm going to say the quote properly that I just butchered. To observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. Boom. Kind of like my version a little bit. It's like, you know, kind of like a cross between a sailor, a trucker, and like a weird-ass French-Canadian chick. He speaks my way. You either get it or you don't. My voice either like soothes you or it drives you batshit. Right? There's not much in between with my voice. It's either gonna soothe you and you love it, or you fucking can't stand it. I'm like chalkboard fucking like scratching to you.
Oh, I hate the sound of nails on chalkboard.
Yeah. And I know this because I've been told many times in my life I'm either very soothing or I'm driving people batshit with my fucking voice.
I would say both.
Thanks, Lily. See, she lives with me and she says both. I pity my poor little girl to be alone with me all the time. She gets so sick of my jokes, man. She has started rolling her eyes. It's on that side. I'm gonna say, of all my children that I've ever birthed, which is only 3, and my, you know, like stepchildren that I've helped raise, which is pretty much 3, and all my soul children, Lily Rose has become the first official roll her eyes at me, lower herself in the car. I'm embarrassing her at 9 years old. She wins the award or loses the award of having the least patience for my silly ass. I looked at her the other day and I was like, you know, Amy wasn't like, she was like 11 when she started rolling her eyes at me. This is like a little early. I wasn't ready for this. I know, eh, Michelle? I thought Sasquatch mind control was SMS. No way, Jose. He's a different Sasquatch. Totally. Totally different one. Yep. It's the eye association, eh, Michelle? That thing where if you know when they take away letters or scramble them up, but you can read something the same anyways? Because his Sasquatch mind control and then, you know, SMS, the eyes automatically, I get it. Can you hear the crows? I know, eh? Comparing brothers. How's that feel? I'm gonna just leave it at that. Oh, man. It's totally different vibes and energies, which is good. It's a good thing. SMC and SMS. I know, eh? You see? It's that thing with when your eyes automatically can just like boom, boom, boom. Thanks for sharing what you were sharing on Instagram and stuff, Dustin Brad Love Frequencies. I gotta say, you know, of all the people who actually have a reflection of my kind of life path, you, Dustin Brad, Elf herself, are like, seriously, no one could ever grasp what a surrender path is. That nomad thing where, you know, doesn't mean you're necessarily like nomad going from coast to coast all the time, but you're not, you know, we are not home based. We don't have our thing, right? And so sometimes it's like I can be talking for fucking years on this thing, but no one can grasp unless you've had that path in your life, whether it's been for a long time or a snippet, what true surrender mode is, right? Of you don't know what's actually next. And when people are telling you, you should just manifest, you want to stick something right up their ass and rotate it a lot. And I know I'm kind of aggressive today because this and that are true. So your life path is yours. But if you're not actually listening to us that has kind of a different kind of variety of a life path, and you think that we can do the same things that you do and that it's going to work for us, well, we can't. It's different. It's different. Different. Michelle, I'm the only feminine today thus far. Ooh, right on, baby. Me and you, Michelle and Michelle, we're going to rock this place together. You was lazy today, Alex? Good. The energies are super high and good. I don't believe in the word lazy because to me lazy is a good word, right? Lazy means not of action. That's it. But lazy has been twisted and used and like shamed and blamed people for like, you know, a long time to make people think that's not good. But to be not of action, especially when the energies are how they are right now, is very good, right? Seriously, no joke. Pushing self only gets other stuff coming into our timelines right now, and that's not good. Dustin, you hadn't seen it? You just went quickly to the IG? Well, thank you. Thanks, Dustin. I don't have Instagram on my phone. I only have it on my iPad. When I load too many apps on my phone, then my phone just is not cooperating with me. It makes it that I can't even send emails and stuff sometimes, right? So I tend to be really careful now. I had never reset a phone I've only had like maybe a handful and a half of cell phones in my life because I don't really need that for survival. It's just like a means to an end in this period of my life, if that makes any sense at all. But I had never reset a phone back to factory settings before, and this iPhone I've had it for 2 years, which for an iPhone is ancient. But I struggle to keep my phone as long as possible. I don't want more, right? And so I've set it to factory conditions 3 times, which is actually nice because when you've had a couple years of like just shit ass stuff, it disappears all the pictures and all the texts of everybody that you forgot to delete. No offense, motherfuckers. Thank you for all the lessons. Thank you. Thank you, next. Right? I just shared a version of that song on Instagram this morning. Thank you, next. I'm so fucking grateful for my life.
That's not what she says.
It is to me. It is to me.
I'm so freaking grateful of my ex.
I'm so fucking grateful for my life is what I want to say. I really don't care what her original words are. Sorry, I don't even know her name.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. See, I'm a shrimp. I'm not so grand at all. I'm a little.
I'm listening to her right now.
Oh, good for you. Keep it on the keep it on the down low. We're good. And I say that, but I love Ariana just as much as my child does. What does that mean? Well, my kid plays it, so sometimes, you know, it's cute when my kid sings it.
Like this whole like connect string when you want to connect it. It's so cool. Because my last ones didn't have that.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she's talking about. Michael, I made rice today with ground beef, garlic, onion, tomato sauce, and bell pepper. Ooh, what is that called? Is that like a dirty rice? Dirty rice. Dirty bits. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Hammer time.
Oh, God. Oh.
Witch Moon, hey family, love you. Listening and clearing the clutter? Oh, right on. Clear the clutter. That's good, baby. Yeah, Michelle. Observation without judgment. I think that's really important right now, right? Especially right now. Oh my gosh. Yay, I know, eh? Where's Anita? We can do Mama. Michelle, Angie, Michelle, Anita, Mama. Ooh, Mama by Genesis. Anybody remember that song? Mama by Genesis? Ooh, this is Major Tom to Mind Control. Rawr. Major Tom to Mind Control. I love that song. What's the dude's name? I'm not talking about David Bowie talking about Major Tom. I'm talking about the other guy. There was another guy in the 80s who did a Major Tom song. If anybody can remember it, I can't. It's like right over my head. That way. How you doing that way? How's the foot? I'm rolling around on my knee scooter and I hear a voice talking out of the basket of my knee scooter, and it's Genevieve's vibe stream, so here I am. It must have been from bouncing around in the basket. Oh my God. Would you double me on your bike? I would totally sit in the basket. I fit in baskets. Well, depending on how big or small they are, but I fit in most normal baskets. No, there's another one, Michael Steven. Elton John, you're right. Elton John did that song too. There's another one. And he was from another country. I think he was from a European country, and he would have had an accent. Peter Schilling or Tom Schilling? Peter Schilling, I think it is. Peter Schilling, let's see. Peter Schilling. Yeah, Major Tom coming home. You think I'll get... Let's see what happens. Oh, I don't want to see what happens. I've got a good... I'm going to share it for you guys, though. If you guys want to put it on, Peter Schilling. That's the version. I can see my dad, and it's like in the 80s. I forget what year, but it would be on that album somewhere. And he walks into the house with the album Culture Club, Karma Chameleon, Peter Schilling, whatever this album was called, and Big Country. Anybody remember or know Big Country? I don't remember what country Big Country was actually from, but no joke. But they did a song called Big Country because, you know, their name of their band was Big Country. So you might as well make a song called Big Country. In a big country where dreams blah, blah, blah. Can you turn that off before I get cut? I'm making sure to not put my songs on. I don't want your songs getting me cut.
Literally,
yeah,
my
check
music
that
is
out.
so loud it's coming through my headphones.
This is going to be like a food and song stream. Big Country by Big Country. Joe, you remember? Big Country is awesome. Great reminder, G. Thank you. If you have any like, oh, that reminds me of another one, let's just do like free flow and remember songs that was just like, whoa, we can't remember just coming back to us, eh? I love that feeling.
I can't find my foreign liner.
Hi, Tanya. How you doing, AY Not 8? AY Not 8. My phone is so old. They told me I have to get a new one by the end of the year because mine won't work anymore. Right on. I get it. It's that thing, eh? Like, if it ain't broke, why change it? And other people, it's like, well, it's not fancy pantsy anymore. I want the other version, but it's like, I don't want another version. I would go back to a flip phone in a freaking heartbeat to just have the durability of the flip phone for real. I think sometimes too that I'm guided to yap so much to you guys is that if I can be in the bush without any fucking service for years at a time, I'm going, right? I'm a going. I would pop out once in a while maybe, but right? I don't need this. So that's why sometimes I wonder if I'm just guided to like just ramble for years in order to manifest my heaven on earth, which really doesn't have like all the access through the internet. Why? Because I'm already synced. I got the access in my head. You guys are louder in my head than on my devices most days. And I say that in the bestest way. Michael, you ruin all your smartphones somehow? I really, it's weird. I have never. All my phones are actually sitting around somewhere and just need to be charged, and everything's on them the day that I shut them off for the last time. I'm not really, I take pictures. I take more screenshots of the time stamp than I actually take pictures in real life. Most always. And I'm not nostalgic. I threw my wedding. My ex-husband back in the day brought me our wedding album, which I was forced to pose for because I didn't want to have a wedding album, but I kind of, anyways, it was highly suggested that everybody did that, so I did it. And he gave it to me one day, and I said, you should keep it to give to the kids. And he's like, no, you're the one that should have it. And I was like, no, you should keep it. And so anyways, he brought it to me on a 30-hour ride, right, from his place to where I was living. He had left it in the back of the pickup box, and so it was dirty when it got to me because dirt roads where I'm from. And I ended up throwing it in the garbage. I did. Me threw it in the garbage. So I'm not very attached to pictures of the past.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling home. Me is calling home big time today. Big time. Like big time. Like, dear soul family, could you please show up? Thank you. Signed, Michelle Genevieve Marie. Dustin, I can see you dancing and singing Michelle with one L. Yeah. Joe Awesome. Yes. Paul Young is another good one from the past. Blast from the past. Yes. Totally resonate with Paul Young. I get it. Yeah. AY Not 8. AY Not 8 says exactly, G. If it still works, I'm good. Same. If the technology works, it's good. Most of my technology doesn't actually even work the way that it's conceived to, because I don't either know how to use it for the what it's used for. You know what I mean? I just really use what I need, and the rest is just
Do you know where my fine liner is?
no. How would I know where your fine liner is? It's in somewhere. That's the line, Michelle. In a big country, dreams stay with you like a lover's voice as the mountainside stay alive. And that song reminds me of Cover Me. Cover Me by Bruce Springsteen, right? Anybody remember Cover Me by Bruce Springsteen? Springsteen tends to be radio popular of many songs, but there's a lot of songs that never got, like, you know, focused, that are his best songs, actually, Springsteen. And Cover Me is one of my favorites. And Bobby Jean. Bobby Jean. Michelle, I'm not in a red dress, though. Damn, girl, it's so chilly. I couldn't even wear a dress right now if I wanted to. I'd have to have my long underwear under them. It's fucking cold.
Well, I have a dress with sleeves.
I don't even know how I'm, like, not wearing socks right now, to be honest. It's kind of chilly.
I have a dress with sleeves and I can wear pants
I
under
know,
that.
eh?
That's the only way I'm wearing a dress right now.
Yeah. I think that bikini weather is officially done unless I blast the heat, which doesn't really get hot around here inside.
Nope.
And I think this is the most that my tan is going to get for this year, but we'll see.
Sadly.
Michael Steven, 2012 was my last heavy-duty Motorola. Yeah, Motorola flip phone. I think I had one smartphone per year since then. Whoa. To be honest, I never would have had a smartphone, but then I took a job working online at home.
Right there. Oh my god.
Thanks, Lily.
I found it.
For a third-party company, for Rogers Wireless in Canada. And I was the only person who, for tech support, right? Because if you've never used a cell phone that's a smartphone, why would you not apply for a job to do tech support? So that's what I did. Right? I wanted to stay at home, work with my baby. And I got a job doing tech support for smartphones, and I had never touched a smartphone in my life. I ended up with the one that had the best stats, though, right? Why? Because instead of being that girl that sat there and said, oh, I know all this and didn't listen, I had to really learn every fucking thing that they said, and I did stuff by the book. And so I ended up getting a couple smartphones for me and my ex at the time because I was kind of, I'm going to say the word, like fucking roped in and conned, where they said, oh, you work for like through a third party for like Rogers. Yeah, I'm saying the name. Fuck you, bitches. And so once you have like work for 3 months and have like blah, blah, blah in place, you get 60% off. So, right? And then guess what happens? By the time we got the devices, there was so many hoops and fucking ropes to jump to actually get the 60% off that I never did. Never actually did. So, yeah. But, yeah, imagine applying for a job. You never touched a smartphone in your life, and you're the one doing tech support for people. Right? Here's the thing about tech support. Lolly. Exit and come back. Reset. Unplug your wireless device, right? And plug your Wi-Fi, your router at home for 10 minutes and then put it back on. That's the most important tech advice that any tech support will ever give you, right? Fuck Rogers, indeed. Sasquatch mind control. Oh my God. And the thing about Rogers is that, you know, you're really lucky. The wind has to be blowing in your favor. You got to stick your pinky up, your right foot, and fucking shake your ass to have good service pretty much half the places in Canada, right? Oh my God. No joke. Hey, Trippy Sunless. Happy birthday to you. I know it was 2 days ago, but I don't care. How's your day today? Michelle, you did too? Whee! Throw this bitch away. I threw my first wedding album out too. Yeah. Been there, done that. Had a couple t-shirts. Done. Hey, David Castle. Greetings and favor to you. How's your day going? Frankie Miller's Darling is another good solo artist. I gotta check that out. Miller.
Bless me.
Miller is a company around here, so whenever I see Miller, I think about the dudes. They do road work and such things. They actually picked up the garbage this morning. Shout out to Miller. They pick up garbage good. I got a thing for garbage men, by the way, so I am not being sarcastic. Right, Witch Moon? I got a thing for garbage men, by the way. Oh my god, I never thought to do that. AY not 8 says, I kept some of my wedding pictures because I actually look good. I just cut out my ex.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now I want to go back and get them and stick somebody else's face instead of my ex. And I say that and I honor my ex all the time, right? He looks exactly like my first 2 children. You can't help but love his face. But not beside mine. I gotta stop. Boom. Really? Sasquatch mind control. Garbage man was just here. Aw, man, really? 150 to take the junk. Kind of a bit much. Yeah, it's so different everywhere. Sasquatch mind control, and BC has got like special garbage stuff going on. Holy shitballs. You would think in BC that nobody would litter anywhere because everything is worth something if you bring it back to the store on some level, right? But no. All right. The worst part was like getting to a trailhead somewhere and then seeing like fucking people's mattresses, because that is local people, right? People don't come from fucking like Saskatchewan to go hike a mountain in BC and bring a mattress to throw out. That's locals. Or those garbage bags full of like, and there's diapers everywhere because some fucking local didn't want to pay for their garbage, right? Oh my god. Here we have different mandated stuff. So twice a year, you can actually put garbage by the side of the road, no matter what it is. And, you know, people will go through it, right? And grab it first before, or they will pick it up. So there's 2 days a year here in our area where you don't have to pay to get the junk. You don't have to pay to get your junk, you know, lifted out of your trunk. But other than that, there's like fees and stuff for like dumpage and stuff. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, Michael Steven. You remember that song, Cover Me? You remember the whole album, eh? Yeah, Dancing in the Dark. They go through it in Europe too, kind of cool. I think that because, you know, my ex was garbage, and I don't know if you know the land of Temagami, but Temagami, you're right in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? It's like one road in, one road out. It's all bush around Temagami. You know, you can go into the bush in Temagami and never come out. That's how bush it is. But when you are part of the background and you see what actually happens, there's nothing in place at the dump unless they've done it in the last few years in Temagami, so people can bring anything. And you're technically not allowed to go scavenge, or even if you want to pay for it, because people throw out stuff that you could go to the dump and have like be ready to move into a new house or build a fucking house. I've seen kayaks, canoes, boats, tables, oak tables, and you know, like, we're talking hardwood tables from the 30s, 40s, and 50s at the dump. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I'm going to stop that. Really? They play Cover Me on the radio here all the time? Right on. You got cool local stations, dude. That's epic. Yeah. The whole world is out there just trying to score. I've seen enough. I don't want to see anymore. Cover me. Yeah. I want to sleep beneath peaceful skies in my lover's bed with a wide open country in this heart and these romantic dreams in my head. That's not exactly the lyrics, but the bed and the field don't make the sense, but it's something like that. Love you guys. Thanks for sharing it, Michelle. I'm not going to press on it. I know. You've actually seen Springsteen. I've never been. I probably never will in my lifetime. I'd rather just think about it than actually be there. I'm not so good with the concert stuff. I told somebody once, I probably will never go to a concert again where I'm actually, you know, looking up. I'm going to be in the back. I'm going to be in the back, not the front. I can handle being in the back.
Mom,
Yes, honey.
can you read what Amy said?
Yeah. I just have a class at 3 and then we can FaceTime after. Cool. When you do, just go in the bedroom. I gotta catch up to the comments. I'm 7 minutes behind. That's pretty much par my course, eh? Ha! You get it, eh, Michael? Yeah, exactly. I was a sales rep for blah, blah, blah. I don't know what all that is. Empire. Required a smartphone. Yeah. What the heck is that? Trippy Sunless. I started door dashing Monday. Me not knows what that is, dude.
It's when you knock on. Wait. It's either a job or it's when you knock on someone's door and you run away. Or it's door dashing where you have a job and you go give food to people.
So,
You just leave that at the door
Trippy,
and then you dash.
Lily says that either you're knocking on people's doors and running away, or you're knocking on people's doors to bring them stuff and then leaving. She is right. He's knocking on doors and running away.
Oh, you're
right on, Trip. One. Wee! Go knock on doors and run away. I haven't done that since I was like 12 or 16.
I've never done it. in
Maybe
my life.
19. I don't know. I was kind of immature. Oh, man. Are you still working on the roads as well, Trippy? Or are you just like fucking done with the road work and I'm gonna do my thing in my car and nobody can stop me with what I want to deliver? Deliver the letter, the sooner the better. Are you kidding me, Michael? You gave a free bobblehead with every estimate? I've never had my own bobblehead. If I did, I would want it to be like really special. I never had one. Hi, Allie. Nice reading today. You blew me away and you actually, well, I know you didn't write the book, but you're choosing to read the book. So through your words that you said out loud today, Allie, of the book that you chose to read, you answered some like mega life path things for me. So I not necessarily want to get into it, but I have always wondered about certain Basque connections that I had and just certain things. And it's like, boom, I got the answer through your stream today. So thank you so much. What you're choosing to read, Allie, is, for me, you know what I mean? Like, you're like actually like responding to the from the universe, things that I don't know or see for myself, and I'm getting it through you. So thank you. You gonna go, Sasquatch Mind Control? Thanks for being here. I'm trying to catch up to the chat and looking double, sometimes down, sometimes up. Michelle says, I love the band, Garbage. Am I still buffering? Michael says, Allie, I'm doing good. I ate dinner and I avoided the Dominoes. You played Dominoes? All right, Ani, why not eat? Hey, Alpha Self. How's your afternoon going? 14:22, and as I looked at it, it flipped to the 23. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a sync because earlier I was just, Lily Rose called 12's 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 34. Wrong dominoes, Joe says say why not 8. Pizza sounds good though. Yeah, playing the game of dominoes. You won 2 out of 3, right on. When I see the word dominoes, I think of a French dessert. I gotta Google it to get the image of it so I can show it to you guys. Yeah, Michelle, we'll hang in the bleachers together. Trippy, I'm going home now to take a nap, try to shake off this headache. Thanks for the birthday support, Jeannie. Thank you all. Much love. Stay safe. If you are still here, Trippy, the headaches are passing through for a lot. I keep seeing it everywhere in when people are either doing written or oral kind of transmissions to say what the, you know, ascension kind of symptoms going through. I hate using that word because it just brings stuff up sometimes, but the headache is really huge passing through. It's a job. She is right. Do you see how my child educates me like a lot, right? Me not knows and then she knows. So a lot of the stuff I have, the other day I said something about bangs and if they were cut a certain way, and then she tells me the name of what the bangs are called. I'm like, wee, I don't know. She completes me. What I don't know, she's got of the knowing. You gotta go. Hey, why not 8? Okay. Catching up. Yeah, that book is so wonderful for sure. And I'm grateful for you that you're choosing to read aloud because I'm not able to read so much sustained, right? So I'm not going to lie, just picking up the book and then reading the, like I know I read well off the fly and stuff, but it's hard for me to focus. So just reading like, you know, a couple paragraphs to define what the cards mean is a lot for me. Right on, Trippy. Concrete for now, moving to self-employed. Good. Allie, concrete is deconstructed rock to liquid to stone. Alchemy. Yes. Now we rediscover the reverse process. Exactly, Trippy. I'm done lining non-compassionate golden pockets while mine run thin. Yeah. Yup. Me get it. If my day was going well, thank you. Right on. How was your coffee? It's still good. It's really cold now. We went and did the groceries and everything. It went super good. The timing, oh my gosh. We were, like, there was only a couple other people in the store.
And they begged for us.
Dude, we timed it so good. Like, legit. This is no joke that the employees were so not busy that we actually had our stuff bagged for us like back in the day. Huh? Yeah. She was like, you could pass me your bags. We'll bag it for you. And I was like, really? Okay. Huh, thanks. Because I'm used to that. Where I come from in Quebec, they still do that, right? In most places, they bag the stuff. They'll even bring it to the car for you without asking when they know that you've got like a child or anything. They'll just bring it out for you. So I'm kind of used to that rural service. So it was like a nice treat today to like, boom, just have that. That's how timed it was of when you called me out for self and then we talked and then we got to the store and like just the parking lot was like barely full and I was like, yes, right? Because I motivate myself to go get my basic needs of supplies. I don't like to shop. Yeah, right? So I was motivating myself and then got the timeline of the best time ever. Trippy, could I get a reading for my birthday? Ooh, yes, for sure. I'll, not right now, maybe? And I'll, get back into just a zone of you, because I never really do that, and, I'll send it to you on our Instagram, if that's okay. Thanks for asking. Nobody really asks that kind of stuff, but I do that. Like, I love to do that. I do it.
You do.
I do it. I just don't, do it all the time.
You didn't need that do at the end.
I know. I just like to throw a lot of do when I can, right? And you can get a do in. And I'm that person. I am not politically correct. I don't give a shit who's talking. I don't care if fucking who it is. If someone says do in any conversation or live stream, I will point it out to you.
There's a dentist
especially
office.
If it's not politically correct at the time.
There's a dentist office or like something related with that. The word has do in it. I don't know what the word says, but it has do in it. That's D-O-D-O.
Bow. Yeah, Ali, for sure. I don't know how you went for a couple hours like intense like that, because you don't pause much, right? You just take sips, you kind of check the chat, and you keep going. So a couple hours of out loud, but it must be amazing for your vocal cords, for the singer in you, right, Ali? Because I always say that is I'm not able to like sustain to sing for real these days. It's been a while. Like just the fucking true songs have been sucked out of me by like certain things, and it's just, but my voice is always in constant training. When I do a 4-hour live stream, I don't shut up very much. So my vocal cords are always like getting stronger and stronger. Ali says, after a couple of hours, my eyes get fuzzy and the words get farther away from me. Exactly. Elf confirming, headaches are big around here too. Me had brief moments of what could be a headache, then it flows with the check into self. I screenshot it earlier. I'm gonna read this. It could be important, and sometimes just the knowing of what's passing through, right? We don't live by certain people's energy reports and stuff, but sometimes knowing what's passing through, it gives you that, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. Oh my God, that's what I'm going through, right? So it's from Samantha Soulbright Rodriguez. I've shouted her out many times before. She's one of my go-tos. I find that she just resonates with me. She's of the Sisterhood of the Rose. That's it. Leaving it at that. She posted this 13 hours ago, but we're still in the flux of it. Current energies. Another big influx targeting the heart space, both right and left. Lungs, breathing, stomach, solar plexus, shoulder blades, head, and much more. And for me, it's my wings in the back. Like, oh my God. Yeah. And my wrist is messed up still. So self-massaging is like not the best, because then I fucking de-wrench my wrist. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. But it's all opening up more and more. Everything in the way that it's being Shoot, I pressed on something and hang on. I didn't know I could do that with my phone. Everything in the way is being cleansed and released, and it might be a bit painful and uncomfortable, but just keep relaxing the body and know that it is a part of the process. The body literally has to clear every cell from the lower frequencies that you might still be holding on to. You don't even have to know what it is. You don't have to figure it out. You just have to let yourself completely let go and surrender to the process. So a lot of people in my reality, which is not really a lot because not many people talk to me, but the one thing that they're saying to me right now when they're very open about how they're feeling is, I'm so tired, right? And it's not about teaching them about what they need, this. It's about saying, sleep, rest, lay down for 5 minutes every hour if you have to, but the more rest that you actually allow, the more your body is going to process the energies coming through right now. And it's important. You don't have to know what it is. You don't have to figure it out. You just have to completely let go and surrender to the process. It might feel like things are about to explode inside of you, and in a way they are. We are having a nuclear reaction where everything gets blasted open so it can fully detach and dissolve in the body. Get ready, because this is going to be a big one. Huge quantum jumps, shifts, changes, collapsing, revelations, realignment, and all of everything. Keep allowing it and sending it deeper and deeper so we can continue to shift out anything that is not soul aligned. Keep honoring and supporting the body as best as possible. If your 3D realities and responsibilities are getting in the way of this process, then it's really time to reevaluate them and choose between worlds. Are you all in of this, we're building and going towards a new world, or are you still hanging on to the 3D, right? Because if your body is not in the shape that it needs to be and you're still going to work doing the things that you used to do, guess what? The resistance is not even about you anymore, because the day that you cause an accident because you can't stay alert when you're driving and you knew you shouldn't be there, you're the one that fucked up and manifested the timeline changes that didn't need to happen. So, hate to put the responsibility in people's like fucking hands there, but there's the truth. When you're in resistance, staying in the timelines that you already hate, you don't want to be at your job, you can't stand it, you are actually going to manifest something that might ripple effect that it's not about you. And that's the like bitch slap of resistance. You already known for years, days, weeks, months that you don't like what you're doing, but you're not stepping into any new timelines. So divine intervention is going to make it happen for you. And God bless those people who it's only you it affects. Because when you've ripple affected and other people's realities change, because your choice to still be at that job, it is a whole other level of having to forgive yourself and like step into the embodiment of your higher version of you. You know what I'm saying? One little accident at work that ripple effects to hurt somebody else, you're all of a sudden like, you know, having to process other things that didn't need to happen. Leaving it at that. I know it's easier said than done, but opening up and surrendering to your soul as it already has everything figured out. Will it tell you all the ins and outs? Not at first. No, that's it, eh? You got to trust the great mystery. Once you leap into making one choice, guess what? I wish I could say that everything else just unfolds before you and it's so simple. You just kind of grab your timelines and ride them hard. But no, right? Once you free flow and leap into the surrender of, I don't like this, I don't resonate with this, you're not automatically going to have like the response for everything else that's next. But that void and in between, that never, I don't know anybody who gets to bypass that. And why? Because we've been programmed to believe or think that we have a control, but we don't. But your soul already knows. So your soul's not scared when you're in the void. Just your heart and your head is, right? If that makes any sense at all. Cool. I'm going to leave it at that. Trippy. Louisiana is getting a little hard today. I'm not aware of what's going on. I've been heavily guided to stop looking into certain things and just send energy everywhere. Thanks for saying it though. I'll amplify my Louisiana. That being said, my DNA, my beadwork is in and around Louisiana, so I actually have things that I'm sending energy to, right? I've been doing this for a long time, and me, myself, and I have walked Canada, well, not walked, but been across Canada coast to coast since a child to, you know, lay down the energy centers that I had to, but I've also like branched out and sent things through other people across the world. And you all are my beacons across the world as well, right? You all are the ones that say what's the actual truth going on instead of the news. So when we are alarmed because something's happening somewhere, we check in with the people that we know to see how is it where you are, right? So we have the truth, not just a media version of what's actually supposedly happening everywhere. Does that make sense? Michael, the landlord says he understands. He does not obligate me to play dominoes. Trippy, you've done concrete since you was 17. Right on, dude. Well, I'm freaking proud of you because it is needed for the reality that we have, right? It really is. Allie, I think I'm going to have to get some foods. No kidding. If you haven't eaten since you were talking and everything, burns a lot of calories, Allie, to live stream. It really does. Many of us have spoken about it. I don't actually have the language for it, but it does. It as a performer, you already know, Allie, on some level, like going up on stage, singing in front of other people, how, you know, it burns calories, you know, like you need some sort of sustenance. But live streaming is a whole other level because as well, the energy exchange, right? Like it's there, whether we know and feel it and have the words for it or not. What's the cat's name? Trippy? Much love. Take care, y'all. Can anyone find our lost kitty cat, please? She needs help. David says, Elf, try to find some frankincense, incense, or essential oil. That should help with your headaches somewhat. Michelle, when you do that, you do it so well. You do it too, Trippy? Right on. Allie says, thank you, Genevieve. I do love narrating. I've been more excited to live stream read than to make videos for Alley Cat Arcana, but I'm excited about both. Yeah. I think it's cool because you're laying down a solid foundation for the narrating the books, right? It's not about how many people show up. It's about those of us that really need it, Allie. And I'm just like, I'm really grateful. And the Alley Cat Arcana will like take off in the way that it's supposed to when you are feeling it, right? There's only so much energy and so much that we can do, you know, in one day and, you know, in certain timelines, right? So building a solid foundation of trust through the narration of your voice as well, the gathering of the people who you know, have the momentum to go for the readings will just naturally gravitate towards the Alley Cat Arcana channel as well, right? So you're laying a solid foundation with one gift that you're sharing. You can't do it all at the same time. And when you do have your flow going, then you'll be guided to wherever you're supposed to be, and it could be all at the same time as well, if that makes any sense at all. Just wanted to say, reverence. The second card I pulled, White Buffalo Calf Woman. I can't remember when I said she's going to come out this week. I think it was with you, with Allie and Dean on Monday that I said she's going to come out this week. I don't know when. And I just pulled her. It's 14:41 Eastern time. Michelle says, Allie, I was sleeping during today's reading. I'm bummed. I caught up on the Reluctant Messiah alone, right? I couldn't be there on Friday for the live stream reading, so I caught up on it alone last night, which I thought was really cool, Michelle, because I couldn't interact, right? I couldn't interact with anybody, so I was like really focused on it. I did start to, though. When I started the vid, I was commenting Allie, and then I was like, stop, like just focus on listening. There's nobody to chat with right now, and you don't have to tell Allie every single time there's a sync, because if I do, then I'm gonna load up her comment box. That's how I was guided to that. So I find that especially the reading of the books it's simple and beautiful to be able to catch up and not have, to chat. And you never have to chat, but not have that feeling of being in a live stream. You as well. My wings have been so itchy, says Elf herself. Me too. Itchy and randomly sore. Hey, Maudib. 2:32 Eastern Time. You came in at 2:42, and I looked and it turned to the 3. So I'm getting a lot of flipping numbers today. Yes, Elf. As we rest, we heal. Exactly, sweetie. Trippy says, Cannon Free was there when she found us, and I need my fam to help with her. Definitely. Did you write out the cat's name? Trippy, I have not been able to sleep, and I learned to rest my body a long time ago. Yeah, that's important. I have been sleeping a lot. A lot. Honestly, I got grouchy yesterday because I couldn't. I was almost asleep, and then my phone started vibrating, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I put my phone in lock mode. I forget to take it out of lock mode because nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody really uses it enough. But so it shocks me when it actually makes a noise or vibrates. And I was like, why is my phone in, like, boom, 1444? Why is my phone vibrating when I'm in lock mode? And it's because we were under a tornado warning here. So I wasn't freaked out because of the fact there was the tornado warning, but I could feel in my body that the energy was different. And it's where I live is not wide open. So it's like I can't even see if anything is going on outside. Like the tornado could be like fucking a block away. And unless it made noise, I wouldn't even know because I can't see anything outside, right? I got my trees, which is awesome. I'm covered, but I can't see. So, yeah, I was almost asleep and that like took me out of the slumber part. And it was just a weird energy yesterday. Very, very weird. A long rolling thunderstorm. Trippy. Tropical Storm Nicholas. Is there a storm called Nicholas right now? Of course it would be called Nicholas, eh? There was a Genevieve. Was it last year or 2 years ago? There was actually the storm or the hurricane or whatever it was named Genevieve. And I was like, of course it is. Oh, Michelle. Josh needs healing love. He's not better today. Yeah, David, yes. Let's keep our soul family members in Texas and Louisiana in our thoughts that they are safe and will get through the tropical storm they are going through. Thanks for alerting me. I was not aware. Trippy. In Glitch's stream, the cat stuff happened. Then I wasn't there. I have not checked into Glitch's streams for like ever in a day. Michelle says, yeah, I remember. Oh, YouTube, kitty cat. It's a person. I don't know if I'm aware who kitty cat is. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is. One of the things that was pointed out in Matrix Man's stream last night is how many people are changing their YouTube names, which is wonderful, right? But when you guys don't tell us that you change your YouTube names, we don't know, right? And we're already getting unsubbed from channels that we actually enjoyed watching. So channels are disappearing, and then if they reappear in our feed as somebody else's name, we don't always know. So a lot of people as well are, I would call it incognito. Just they don't want to be a part of things right now, Trippy. Like solid. They just don't even want to be a part of things right now. They have backed away, which thank you, because backing away instead of projecting, triggering, and like bombarding us all with certain frequency energy that is not of the highest light. So, you know what I mean? There's a handful of people that I've done my mental, because I know I'm synced. I know if I'm thinking about you, motherfuckers, I feel bad for you because you're going to think about me. And some people are just choosing not to check in. So, you know what I mean? Free will. It's a choice. Gotta go, Joe Awesome. You have an awesome day as well. Yeah, Dustin, I know you do. Remember, I love you no matter what. And I know you do. And you're part of the masculine rising that has taught me that and embedded it in me with your consistency, right? For real. And what does that mean? There's a lot of people calling themselves fam and brother and sister and stuff, but are you? Are you really? Are you there for the good stuff, or are you there for everything? Do you just listen when it feels good, or are you there to like witness, the hard stuff as well? Do I piss, am I your one hit wonder? I'm a one hit wonder with so many people. They just fucking love everything that comes out of me. And then the day that I say something that they don't like, they are fucking gone, 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 gone. Right? And some of them projecting to me in emails and texts and stuff of what I said and what I did. You triggered me. And then they don't even tell me what it is half the time. It's like, what? I do my live streams for everybody. I'm sitting there flowing, and you're gonna email me, tell me I triggered you, won't even tell me what I really did or what I said, because sometimes I know I speak in a way that, guess what, you're allowed to say you're fucking ranting, Genevieve, it's not pretty right now. And it's like, oh, kind of put me back in my place, right? If you feel something and being projected certain things that you wouldn't even say, I want to say out loud because I hear y'all. If you won't write it in the live stream in the moment that it's happening, how can I know? How can I be better if it really was hurtful? And what is the trigger? What is the thing? So being up here and being the one hit wonder for like over 2.5 years, where people say like, I'm with you, ride or die, I love you, but then the second I say something that they don't like, they're gone, gone, gone. That's that's not what family is, or tribe. There are some things that I will say, you will say, that we will do, that we are, and it doesn't resonate with everybody. But that's why we're here to rewrite the scripts. How do we, if you don't like it, do you still feel like you belong? Or all of a sudden, just because one thing, do you still, why would you feel like you don't belong anymore just because of one thing? And if you really feel that thing, then why wouldn't you just say it? Right? Michael says, I'm guilty as charged. I changed my actual name in part. That's okay. I totally get why people change their channel names or have multiple channel names. Some specific people, like, it doesn't, I'm going to use Corey McKinnon as the perfect example. He started out as Thought Soldiers. And because he had Thought Soldiers is how I found him. Boom. Right? Like, I've been searching for my soldiers, my Rainbow Tribe people, since, like, long time. So he had a channel name that was Thought Soldiers. You know what I mean? I gravitated, found him right away. He's one of the first channels I've ever listened to on YouTube. One of the first masculine I ever connected with and spoke to, right? And then he changed his channel name last year to Unified Masters. And then in the last 3 months, he's changed it to Foundations or Founders of Light. I forget. Sorry, I don't mean to. It's hard sometimes, the remembering, because of the change. But when he stepped into his embodiment of himself in the last couple months, just looking at him on a live stream, I was like, he's going to change his name soon. He's going to change his name soon on his channel, because he's evolved so much. He's not the dude that he was, So I get it. I think it's beautiful when people actually make a vid to say that they're changing their names, or to come into live streams and comment on people's stuff to say, right? That's awesome. White Buffalo Calf Woman, he loves you. Now is the time to view your world through a lens of peace, harmony, and reconciliation. The domain of the Lakota goddess, White Buffalo Calf Woman. It's time to leave the right, wrong, good, bad, zero-sum game world behind, and enter the space where you can find the sacred ground of sharing without guile and negotiating from a desire that benefits everyone. You will be so glad you did. Take a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now, because only good will come of it. This is the second card I pulled, or that fell out. And this was the first. And I chose not to go in and read this book. I'm going to grab it now, but show just how the flow of the two together, right? So it's the same type of message. This and that are true. It's not about good or bad anymore. It's not about that. You know? And one of the things that I stand by, and I try to say out loud as much as possible, and keep my belief in it, because, you know, it's not easy, but the brightest lights are hidden in the darkest places. Within the things that we judge the most is where we've grown the most, is how we learn to, you know, step back and not take things personally. You know, you can say all you want that you're an empath, and that it hurts what's going on in other countries that are not yours, but that is what is asked of us. The mastery of an empath is to be detached, middle road, about things that are going on somewhere else that have no bearing on your life directly, right? And being empathetic and compassionate does not mean to be a sister of sorrow or a brother of sorrow where you're taking the pain in and it affects your body, right? That's how the empath, that's how it was, right? That's the matrix ways. That's like how it was, but it's about detachment and discernment, right? That's beautiful, Dustin. If you call me a demon and the next time you look at me, and I'll look angelic, call me an angel, and then next time you'll see the demon. Don't label love. I'm just love forever. Exactly, Dustin, Brad. And that's the thing, is when somebody comes in here or into my reality and they are so like, you know, eyes popping out of their head, can't get enough of me, it's like the biggest red flag of like, whoa, you're having a Genevieve overload right now, and the second that you actually sit down and fucking breathe, I'm gonna say something that's going to like make it that you can't stand my face anymore, right? So the more like I'm put on a pedestal of like being wise, or like, oh, you're this or you're that, well, you need to see the other side before, you know, you're gonna like the other stuff that I say. And if you don't like it, is it going to make it that all of a sudden you're projecting like those bad thoughts and bad words, right? How can I be an angel one day and then a demon the next? Because I've been called both, believe me. I've been called more yucky ass shit than the good stuff. That's why I'm so grateful for those that consistently, even if they seen my, you know, my yucky stuff that is victim-y, for example. That's the biggest thing I'm ever called, like stop playing the victim card. Well, this is my fucking reality. I'm getting it out of me. I'm not trying to play no fucking victim. This is like what I'm going through, right? It sounds victim-y because that's what it feels like right now, right? But yeah, not taking things personally. Exactly, Alpha Self. When we're not at the same frequency as people, it's not personal. It's not, you know, you don't all of a sudden just sit there and go, okay, today my mother and my sister and my best friend are going to be like, you know, you're not picking and choosing. You're like, we're shocked as shit when we're not on the same frequency as our favorite people as well. And it's not personal. And that's why, right? The allowing for other people to come into our life that fill us with that, you know, wee shivers and giggles and awe and wonder, in order to be able to elevate and keep that frequency. Dolphin spirit, this and that are true. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. There's a whole thing of ice, Lily Rose. I made you. It's in the ice cream container in the fridge.
Oh.
Keep little slice. Make little ones for me, please. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is the dolphin spirit both this and that. Two truths coexist: the story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Within clouds are silver linings. When we later reflect on what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and that a choice led to both joy and sorrow. Because no relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside of the darkness. Dolphin Spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you drive in and out of this and then that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment, in all areas of your life that are both this and that? Today, you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move towards your new self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present. So even if you want to say goodbye to what was, you're required to find solace in this between time. That's what I was saying earlier, that void, the never, never. Nobody gets to escape that part of the not knowing in between time. Today is not a day to choose one over the other, but rather just accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action is going to be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. I'm going to read the protection message. When you most want to be acknowledged as right and see other ways as wrong, Dolphin Spirit appears as a reminder that the story of your suffering and righteousness is a little bit more complicated than you even want to admit right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid in your ideas of what's correct and what's not? Release your rigidity. Embrace the fluidity of life as you recognize the grays that remind you there's two sides to every story. There's an upside to each downside and a blessing in every challenge. What you think is wrong might up being right for you. So let Dolphin Spirit soften your heart so that you can make the best decision at this time, playing with the possibilities that present is a gift, that present themselves. And I'm going to say this out loud just because it flows with the cards, but one of my biggest things is the word narcissist to label anyone. Because everybody gets a chance, and that thing that says that narcissists cannot heal and they cannot become better people, that's part of the programming. Because just not believing and thinking that someone, it's important. That word, that label, and letting go. Right? The brightest lights are hidden in the darkest places. When we start to give a chance to those people that, never got the chance, because the reason that somebody does act narcissistic tendencies and behaviors and actions is because they never got a chance to be a child, and they were wounded from the time sometimes that they were born. Right? What happens to a child before they're even 5 years old? Right? I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, Michael, there is a reason for everything. Elf, unconditional love and forgiveness of self, all others, that's compassion. Well said, Dustin. It's simple, but not easy, Elf. Exactly. Yeah, Michael. It starts with forgiving yourself and those around you. Exactly. Once you've forgiven yourself, everything just falls into place, right? Doesn't mean it stays in place and you don't volley with it and have more experiences and stuff, but it's not possible when you're aligned and you love yourself to blame the exterior everywhere. You just see it differently. It can't attain you the same way anymore. When you realize that every single soul has their free will, and, you know, that a soul coming into this reality has a plan for itself, you know, it's much harder to play the blame game and not see things as they are, right? And the biggest thing is that energy flows where attention goes. And as a conscious, as a collective, we are the ones, all of us, responsible for exactly what's going on this earthly plane, however you want to see it, you know, as round or as flat or as shaped as a pear, as a guitar. It doesn't really matter what the shape of where we are in this realm is. You know, it's beyond that. Yeah, exactly, all for self, honoring all paths. And the thing that's the hardest is when it becomes like, you know, the big things that are considered evil, but evil can't exist if we were not afraid of it and thinking about it and putting an energy towards it. So you know, disclosure's biggest bitch slap within is when you realize that because you focus energy on something, it perpetuates it and keeps it going, and that no matter what, we can't not take accountability for how the world is, because if we're focusing attention, we're a part of the drop that keeps certain things going. And that's hard because we want to blame and say that if certain people were not here, if they didn't exist, if, you know, then these things wouldn't happen, but it would just be somebody else doing the things that are there in order for us to learn from. Oh, oh wow. Amber. Amber. We actually had an Amber Alert last week in the middle of the night at 1:44. The Amber Alert came on. Amber. Oh, a little bit of amber dropping down. Amber. Yeah, Michael. It's kind of like a confession. You keep asking about what you did today, and you play the tape of the day reviewing your own behavior. Exactly. And everything's about reaction. So when you at the end of your day kind of reviewing your day, and you realize that you were able to not react of certain things, and how that actually feels to not react, right? Or that you did react, and that, you know, yeah, you know, you feel justified in how you reacted, but you know you don't want to react like that again, right? So, you know, when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. Amber 3, healing family patterns, releasing karma, preserving the wisdom gained by the lessons of the past. The families that we come into as infants and the ones we grow up in offer us experiences that yield gifts, lessons about love, resilience, forgiveness, and about our own power to leave behind the old ways and embrace the new. Our current families do this too. By exploring our relationships with family members, we can discover our own strength and wisdom. Amber's spirit is here with a message to reconnect with the wounded story you still recount, and one that is the legacy of your family. Can you heal this story and instead tell it from the perspective of love? How beautiful it is to alchemically change the experience of family. This is the way. This way you may receive and give love within a family as defined by the heart and the magic of the conscious universe, who sends people your way to make sure you have the caring and affection you need and deserve, because friends become new family. Reflect today on the love you have created for yourself and how precious you are, a gem like no other. Reflect on the family surrounding you and the guides, the manifestations of the conscious universe here to support you and send you love, love, and then more love. Look to those who choose to offer you this gift, for they are your human and animal family. And draw strength from knowing that love shows up always to bring you what was missing in your own family in the past. This balm is available for you to heal the family wound that has hurt for so long. I'm gonna leave it at that. Dustin, forgiveness isn't easy when from the self to another self, usually from the perspective shift, looking at it from different view. It's clear that whatever was in divine order. Forgiveness is needed for God mind. Exactly. And at some point when you see like the darkest stuff that ever happened to you, and this is, I don't even want to say words and use trigger words today, but ultimately it's about seeing someone who hurt you and as their wounded child, right? And instead of looking at the man or the woman that you're so angry at because they treated you a certain way, but why would somebody treat you that way? Why? Right? What is it? How did people learn their patterns of speaking? I know somebody in my reality who, not gonna lie, I'm fucking shocked at how she spoke to her man. For years. They were together for 17 years. And every time I ever saw them together, fucking just shocked. No judgment. People speak how they speak. People love each other whether there's sarcasm or not. But guess what? He just up and left one day. For real. No explanations. And every time she wants to talk to him, see why. He's not talking to her anymore. From a one perspective, holy fuck. He's a fucking dick, eh? He just walked out on her. Didn't even say where he was going. Every time that she tries to connect, he's not fucking answering. But guess what? He stayed with her for 17 fucking years, being spoken to in a way that I, as an onlooker, like I said, it's not about judgment. It's like just your eyes get all big and your fucking body kind of trembles, because who the fuck talks to somebody that way? Especially if it's their husband and their life partner. Right? And that's the thing. Until the day that she realizes, like, holy fuck, like, how I speak to people I love, I never speak to strangers like that. I would never walk into work and say the exact same thing that I say to my family. So here's the thing. People look really good and they look so amazing, and she's so sweet and she's so caring and she works so hard, because you don't go to work and talk the same way. But people who see patterns of consistency or inconsistency, it's in plain sight. It's real. Siren. That's just a little example, but if you cut somebody off, didn't let somebody speak for 17 years, and then you want explanations for the stuff that they were never able to say, or you cut them off for 17 fucking years, why should somebody put any more effort? At some point, even a lifeguard, somebody who's trained in search and rescue, doesn't jump in the water without equipment. You don't just throw your body into the ocean to fucking save somebody. No matter what. You can't. They will fucking drown you in a heartbeat, even in like 4 feet of water. Somebody who's drowning in 4 feet of water, choking on water, will fucking drown you and bring you down, even if you're like highly trained. And that's what this is, where the collective is at. Point break. Breaking point. Boom. Exactly, Michelle. Somebody who's not ready to see their behavior and how they actually treat people, how they actually speak, and then they want to demand answers for something. But the answer is there. Has been there all along. You never let somebody speak and have their say, right? I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I'm just giving a general example without putting too much, personal stuff in it. But yes, Michelle.
313.
313. 1513. Thank you, sweetie. Exactly, Michelle. We are all big children, and most adults in this realm right now, we're not loved and cherished as children. We're not encouraged to share their emotions and their feelings, both boys and girls. People say like it's boys that we're told not to cry and men, but we as women as well. What's the first thing when a woman starts to cry? You look at her and you say, "Oh, don't cry. It hurts me when you cry." So it's the same thing, just bombarded differently, the program into us, right? She's so emotional. She cries all the time. She's so sensitive, right? All that stuff. As humans, we've been programmed of what is like okay to say, right? If you're having an emotion, you're out in public. Why do people bring somebody to a restaurant or to a public place to break up with them? Because they hope they're going to get away from the fucking emotion of it. Bring your girlfriend to a fucking restaurant to fucking dump her. Why? Because you think she won't fucking react. You think she won't say what she feels. You think she won't cry. Right? Like, all of that. We're in a society right now where people like actually break up with either their husband or their wives, leave their partner over texting while somebody's at work, not even making sure they're in a safe place in their own fucking home to give them certain news. Right now, we're in a society where you can actually go onto your social media and learn that your brother is sick before your family's even told you. You can go on social media and learn that your cousin just passed away in an accident or from a cancer and nobody of your family has ever told you. So you're sitting there in whatever environment that you're in and all these things happening all the time because there's zero, what respect is. We're in a society where if somebody sees an accident on the side of the road, they're taking pictures, uploading them to their social media, and then somebody's like going on their social media and that's their husband's car, man. Right? And there's no respect and nothing is sacred anymore, right? Was anything ever sacred and respected? Who knows? But that's what we're here to rewrite as the scripts. That's what a new world is, right? Yeah, Michael. Don't let them get your goat, it's called. Or don't react to the drama. Stay calm. Exactly. And not reacting to the drama doesn't mean that you don't stand up and say exactly what you're thinking if something is going on. But it doesn't have to be dramatic. Right? It doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't have to be angry when you say how you feel. You can be really angry and like not say things in order to step back to make sure to say it in a different way when the time is more convenient, right? Yes, Michael. It requires a lot of training to save lives, and it's still high risk. Exactly. One false move and like boom, right? It's so fast. That's why it's very hard for me. I'm not good with police jokes, and I'm not good with like a disrespect of certain things. You got certain events and certain police in your life that you've ever had experiences with. That's a true story. But to diss men and women who have chosen to put themselves in a profession where they're underpaid, you know what I mean, for real, for the fact that they wake up every morning and they don't know what they're going to see and they don't know what they're going to witness. So you don't know what the last call that they had, somebody was scraping a dead body off the road and then 4 hours later still is on shift doing something else. So the whole judgment and saying certain things, you know, it's a whole other level of, right? Lovingly authentic. Yeah. You hear the crows, Michelle? When the crows cry. The crows have been very vocal. The crows this morning, what time was it? I forget. I don't timestamp all the time, but so I'm sitting like by the window over there, and I'm just kind of looking around inside, and I can hear the crows, and then I look up and it's like, oh, there you are, like right there, like looking at me basically. And then boom, the other one came. So the two were just sitting on the line, the hydro line there, looking at me for a while. And I was like, wow, this is a nice treat. I usually hear you guys in the morning, but I don't get to see you. You know, you're either out and about and in certain trees that I don't have a view of. It was nice. I went out after, like, I don't know, a little while ago, looking to see if there was any feathers, just in case, because then I would have known, like, they specifically left them from this morning. And I say that out loud, but I didn't check out front, so maybe I'll go check that later. I'm double. I got my coffee that's really cold, and I got water with just like a hint of grape juice in it. Juice is like way too sweet for me. I can't drink juices, like even if they're like concentrate real juice. I ain't drank a pop since like, fuck, I can't remember, 6 or 7 years. I can't even put that stuff near my mouth. But it's too sweet. I bought grape juice because I was craving it, but I can't drink it straight. It's too strong for me. Yeah, double fisting. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop whoop. Ooh, Procreate. I like that, Dustin Brad. It's Procreate. Procreate a new reality. Boom. You got an orange juice in one and a water in the other. Right on. I love it. That's awesome. Even when I drink, like if I drink alcohol or something, I have my wine, I got water, I got coffee. I always usually have 2 or 3 drinks, not just the one, right? I know I usually only grab the coffee when I go live. I don't know why I do that. It's not actually the best habit to have. I know. Crow's saying, I know. We'll drink more water. One of the things I like to do with my crows, I think they know that I like messing with them. The video that I did the other day where the crows were really active, I forget. Oh, my how you doing vid. The crows were really active, right? Guess what I like doing the best after? After it's uploaded, I like playing it again and again and again, really loud. So the crows from the video are the crows that are still outside, and they're hearing themselves. Oh my God, it's the best crow creating game ever, right? Upload a vid of crows and then play it over and over and over really loud so that they're hearing themselves. I wonder if they're like self-conscious, or if they're saying, hey, that's me, or if they're like, that bitch got me on fucking YouTube. I ask them before I actually whip out the camera. I ask, and they know anyways. If they don't want to be on it, they can be crowing and being like, wah, everywhere, and as soon as I flip the fucking screen to get the camera up, silence of the crows. They just get so quiety. They don't want to be on YouTube today. You can't make me. I see you there, Shannon 222. I'm gonna grab a card before I put my glasses on and read what you're writing. Boom. 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is 8. Mitzi. Métis. Mitzi. That word is important, especially right now. Métis. says I got a joint in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Oh my gosh, that's mega multitasking, baby girl. Yikes. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Happy Thursday Eve, by the way. This is really not Wednesday or hump day to me. It's Thursday Eve. That's how I roll. Oh, right on, Michael. I haven't had that in a long time. I don't drink liqueurs and just spirits anymore. I would if it was homemade, right? They call it moonshine. Like I would drink whiskey again if it was from somebody's still, but I wouldn't drink bought whiskey anymore. And I haven't had amaretto in like so many years. Coffee, water, and amaretto. I used to really like amaretto. And port in English. Is it port in English? I don't know. Too sweet now. I probably wouldn't even be able to drink that. I'm a red wine exclusive if I do. Red wine. Make me feel so fine. Helps with my visions. Red wine helps with my visions. Helps with my dream state. And I say help. It enhances. L for self. Boom. I was thinking whiskey and you wrote it. I didn't see that. Coffee and whiskey. Yeah. I'm a whiskey girl as well, but I wouldn't allow myself to drink manufactured anymore. It's just a thing inside that says, don't touch that shit. But I'm not of a, I think through a new world, Shambhala-esque community type scenarios, and I can see us, people who have that desire, because it's craftsmanship, it's an art to make wine and to make spirits and to make beer, right? So I can see that could still follow us into another reality, because everything used in moderation is a tool. And, it's the excess that brings about certain things. It's not the actual consuming of certain alcohols, right? It's the excess that brings the demonesque spirit energy up. And I believe that, since we're in a reality where everything's manufactured in a certain way, what they are putting in it, I'm going to leave that, is exactly the stuff that makes people crazy. So who knows? That's just a theory. Hopefully no grumps, Shannon 222. I don't want no grumps. Grumps is a guy that can't touch my lumps. I can't believe. Shh, edit that part. Nobody heard. Grumps is a. Nobody heard that. We're just gonna edit that. To the left. You're kind of double fisting too, Michelle. The shine and amaretto sinks. Right on. Right on, David Castle. Enjoy your 3D tasks. I actually did some 3D tasks today and it felt good. So I motivated myself. I had a little pep talk with Elf before I was on the go, and it was like, boom, I got to the store. The parking lot was like bare and hardly anybody there. Someone actually bagged our groceries because it was so quiet that an employee was like, I gotta do something with my time. I'm gonna bag your groceries. And I was like, okay. So my 3D tasks went marvelously today. I got some more I need to do either later or tomorrow. And then I'm going to be fully adult. I remembered the garbage and the recycling today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm on a roll, suckers. Always remembering the garbage. I feel so adulty. I deserve a gold star. Michael, Thursday used to be Yuppies night out. Pizza. Right on. I'm not sure what you mean. Alcohol goes well with guess what? I don't know. With what? I don't know. I'm not a good guesser. 15, 28, 55% battery. I can't drive 55. That was Sammy Hagar, I think, eh? I can't drive 55. Sammy Hagar. Got Sammy Sinks. Sammy. Ooh, I'd make me a sandwich. I make good sandwiches. Métis, 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 8 is infinity and beyond. Let's do this. Wisdom. Ooh, I love it when the fucking heavy machinery of the lawnmower starts beside me when I start to read about wisdom. I like background noise. Métis, wisdom. Experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing. Wisdom. Its parts are intertwined like a finely made rope that is so strong it cannot be cut. Wisdom once earned becomes an essential part of you. Right now, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Métis, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but my French tongue just gravitates towards saying Métis, says that you know exactly what to do in your current circumstances. The real question is, do you have the courage and commitment to make the wise choice? Your answer is not to hide. You're being invited to look within rather than without. Take the wisdom you already have and apply it to your question. Perhaps, however, you must instead draw forth the humility to find someone wiser to weigh in. In this powerful time, others might seek you out for your wisdom. This is also an auspicious period when new relationships are founded on deep truths shared with others. You are entering a potent period of your life to share all that you are and all you have learned. And extraordinary things are possible when the goddess Métis reminds you of your wisdom and the need to express it. I love that soccer ball emoji. Yes. Ooh, yes, Michelle, the 8 ball. I would play pool with you all in a heartbeat right now. We are going to have a pool table. I don't care. I don't care if we never have a kitchen table. We're going to have a pool table. That's important. That's important to me. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I miss it. I miss playing pool. I'm calling it random wish. I want to be able to play pool sooner than later. How am I going to make that happen? I don't know. So bring it to me. Bring it forth in my stuff. Love you too. Same L for self. You like the playing pool part? Good. Good. The more of us that want it, the more we're gonna manifest it. Rawr. We were talking the other day, I don't know if anybody's here that was in that stream, but we were talking about the movie Big with Tom Hanks, and the apartment that he had manifested is still my lifelong dream, right? To have like the playland of the type of home, not adulty based, you know, but just the playland. And the one thing that I want the most is like I want a climbing wall. Just the ability to be able to climb up my own home. I had a friend a couple years back. His name, I'm gonna just name him K, but he had a really high home. And I was like, dude, I would be putting some like, you know, some serious action of like just climbing wall things on your wall, and then at the top have like, you know, the ability to like rappel down, or to use a ladder or a fireman pole to come down. And he was looking at me, he's like, is that what you see when you see my house? And I was like, yeah. I don't know why you're like, you know, got it all like this. Like, I wouldn't be watching the fucking TV. I don't even watch TV. But I would have like the climbing wall and a net right in the middle. A net, not a net Funicello, is that what her name was? But a net to be able to lie down, a couple of pillows, and just be able to read like randomly up, up, up and away. Can you tell I miss elevation a lot? I'm missing elevation a lot. Shazam, it is done. So be it. Yes, we will play. We will play for sure. Boom. 44. Nice sync, eh? Divine Matrix is the name of this card. 1533. I pulled the 44. 333. Yeah. Wrapping energy around Heidi. 313. (44) Divine Matrix, the realm of spirit, the knowledge that we are all divine beings, part of a tapestry weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality. Synchronicity, learning to trust the way things unfold. Do you ever wonder how synchronicities have come together? These meaningful coincidences move our life forward in ways we might not even understand at the time. We can get trapped in the idea that the world is a place of separative parts with space between, because the true quantum spiritual nature of reality can be confusing. Imagine that everything possible under the sun is waiting to be claimed. You are not separate from what you desire to manifest. Everything is intrinsically connected within a vast living web of life, a divine matrix. Even that which you have not yet observed as a part of your life experience is still connected to you. It remains dormant until you choose it. That's important. Life operates on life's terms as well. You don't live in a vacuum, so you are surrounded by a multitude of realities that were brought to life by others. These can surely affect you if you allow them to, but as your thread, your luminous life force, your courageous dream is part of the tapestry of life, you're being invited to be conscious of the patterns you are weaving. Isn't it amazing to know that you have such power inherent in you just by being alive? You will see the evidence of the truth of this divine matrix today because it is in you. What you do matters. What you do matters. What you do matters. Everything is a miracle or nothing is. Right? Everything is a miracle or nothing is. Yeah, I know, Elf for Self. Oh my stars, we were talking about this today. Yay! Yes, I will. I was just thinking about you, wondering if you were here. Hey, I made this house song with some friends. Share some love if you can. This is the lady with the bathing suit I talked about yesterday, right? Yes, the pink bikini. Ask her where she got that. I kind of want it.
Slow down with me.
Boom. Sync.
Slow down, breathe in. Slow down with me. Slow down, breathe in. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Watch the clouds go. Feel the breeze on your skin. Soak the sun in. Slow down with me. Slow down, breathe in.
like that hair.
Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Slow down with me. Slow down, breathe in. Slow down with me. Slow down, breathe in. Slow down with
Love it.
me.
For no wonder, when you shared the sneak peek on Instagram and you wrote in the description, right, you said follow the link in like such a place. I actually just went to your channel. I didn't do as I was told, right? I didn't do as I was told, guided. I didn't follow the link that you said. I went directly to your channel and I was like, but the video's not even there. Well, for no wonder, it's on a different channel. Thanks for sharing it. I love her freedom. I wanted to manifest a video for Meeps' song that he wrote for me April 24th, and I just don't have the gump that it takes to be doing the stuff that it takes out in public in where I am and be comfortable. That being said, I'm, one me with a child, and I just don't feel comfortable to be able to do what I want to do for the vid. I have the imagery of what I want as the video, but I really would like an adult to be with us so that I'm not alone just with Lily. It's not planned that I'm going to be in a bikini because my bikinis mostly don't fit, to be honest. They're either like too big or too small. But I have a specific red dress and a specific green dress, and I can see myself of things that I would want to do, of like, like making it like with the editing, right? Of having the dress in one stage and then the red and then the green and then the red and then coming up out of the water with the dress like just fucking soaking wet. But I need an adult, and I just don't have anybody in my reality that I can ask, would you film this with us? And so it'll happen when it's meant to happen. But yeah, I love her freedom. The trust, right? You guys are together to do that. Like, so it's a whole other level of having the dudes around to trust, right? It might sound weird, but there's just too many things in my reality that make it that, yeah. Just so you guys know, Sasquatch Mind Control is also available on Spotify. And if you're available anywhere else where you're visible, if you want to say, I personally use Spotify more than I use YouTube. So as soon as one of you guys, like John Binney's on Spotify as well, right? So as soon as the artists of you guys are actually available on Spotify, I go on and I, that's what I use the most. And sometimes just people don't have that, they don't know about that, but Shannon, you should visit Florida. I'm not guided to manifest to have the passports and work that it takes to be in the United States. I am guided to be of Canada until there's no borders. Sasquatch Mind Control. Oh my gosh, don't tempt me, dude. Are you coming back to BC again? Let's do it. I just need a home base. I just need a home base, right? That's it. Right on. You got lots of music coming out? Right on. Good. It's so needed, right? I know for myself, I still resonate with certain stuff, but it's not, it's just not the same anymore. I need the other words. In Matrix Man's live streams, him and 1111 Code and Alex Fox, you know, Alex 44, they're playing songs that, like, I'm sorry, but I will sit here and literally start to fucking cry when somebody's using the exact words that are of my reality, right? So hearing a song with, like, speaking to the indigos, hearing a song that says the words that I use in my real life, you know, instead of the other stuff that, like, wee, right? I love all genres of music, but having those genres of music with this, you know, the awakening part of us. I don't want to be called a fucking bitch and a hoe anymore as a fucking feminine. Are there still songs I'll listen to? Yeah, but I just don't want to be called a fucking bitch and a hoe. And there's a couple songs that I told Alex, I was like, share that with me. Like, I need to listen to this. Like, a masculine speaking of, like, the goddesses in us is what I want to hear. It's what I want to be in my surroundings that ripple effects from my daughters, right? And I say that, and Amy's gone to Toronto and stuff, but, you know, it's weird sometimes hearing my 9-year-old and having heard, you know, all of my children pump out the stuff that comes from the radio, and it's like, doesn't it, I even asked Lily, like, since she was 7, doesn't it feel weird to say the word, like, sex out loud when you don't even know what it is and you're not really having it? Like, and she just kind of looks at me, because that's what's common, right? But when we finally take control of this world and are putting out different versions of things with the words that elevate us, it blows my mind how, you know, like, just, it's so pure, right? It's so amazing. Just the go slow, repeated over and over and again in that song. Go slow, right? Like, fuck. Go slow. It's just like, that's so big. You know? Does that make sense? Elf, you was just in Florida for over a month now, yeah. Yeah, Michelle, cap locks very needed. Exactly. I just went through 1544 as I was talking about that, amplifying that energy and putting it out there, right? Amplify, amplify, amplify. I try to, like, really, like, what am I talking about when I've been talking for 2 hours, but it hits 1544, and that amplify that energy of it is what's needed, right? No way, Shannon. You cut off all your hair because it's so hot in Florida? Dude, good for you. Good for you. That's like shedding a whole, like, whoa. Elf, you did as well, yeah. Not all of my hair, but almost, yeah. Agreed, eh? Sasquatch mind control, it's crazy. Yeah. Sasquatch mind control. Now, everyone I see a slow down sign, it's like a mantra, everything, every time. Yeah. I was talking to somebody, well, not talking to somebody, but texting to someone last night as well, where the inversion, sometimes I see red and it means go to me, and green means stop, right? So we're programmed, right? Traffic lights, red, stop sign, red means stop, and green means go. But sometimes for me, when I see red, it means go, and green means stop. And I don't mean when I'm driving, right? I follow the basic collective fucking, like, agreement that we've decided on. I'm not all of a sudden just driving and I see green and I stop. But I mean in my other, like, just syncs and certain things, right? Maybe it's the lady in red, the dress. Red means go. When I put my red dress on, it's like fucking go time, man, right? It's not stop. That's why I don't wear the red dress very often, but still. Yeah, the hair. Cutting the hair definitely makes it cooler for sure, Shannon. Like, no matter when it gets super hot, I can't have my hair down and touching my neck. It's too hot. And the first thing I'll do if I can't sleep because it's too hot is to go wet my hair. And it is liberating. Shedding the layers, right? When we're guided to cut, it's a cutting a part of our antenna. So our antenna, our hair, gathers and stores memory. It's one of the reasons, like, as a curly hair person, I only brush my hair like once every couple weeks. I store certain things and I back away. Like, my hair is my shield where things can get stuck, but they don't come up and into me. And that's just my personal me, how I, you know, do my mojo and stuff. But it's my belief, right? My hair is not straight. And when I do straighten it once or 2 or 3 times a year, like, the energy of me and how it looks and how it feels to be able, like, I cannot run my fingers through my hair, right? I can't. I'll get stuck in there. Fuck, I got somebody stuck from 1982 in this. But when my hair's straight, it's so different. I can actually run my fingers through my hair. It's so different. Boom. Shannon, I hadn't seen that. I'm just seeing it. The real reason I cut my hair is because the energy was too strong here, and your hair is like an antenna. And I was picking up way too much psychic energy, and I needed a break, and a break from the heat didn't hurt either. Exactly. Oh my gosh, Anita and Organic Intelligence, you guys both came in at the same time, and I've said your names, both of you, today. I've been on for 2:13. Anita was when Michelle came in. And Heidi, it wasn't maybe 20 minutes ago that I said I was thinking about you. How's it going? How was your guys' sleep time? How's your day going so far? Right on. Oh, me lovin's the no hair thing. Good. And me lovin's all the colors as well. Right on. That's awesome. My hair's already kind of trippy with a lot of different colors and shades. Like the back is so like dark compared to the front. And the camera doesn't really show how I am. Like, I look more blonde, but my hair's got like a lot of white and a ton of gray, and the blonde and the copper and the red and the black and the blah, 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 right? And it even turns purple. It's even purple in the sun. So our hair, just one strand of hair, go up, grab one strand of your hair and put it in the sun and look in your hair. There's like little mandalas and little rainbows and action all over one strand of hair. Right on. Good, I'm glad. Thank you for sharing, Sasquatch Mind Control. That's what the... right? I wrench people not as moderators, but as sharing is caring. You know, it's so fast to be able to find a certain amount of people and have the visibility. And it's like I said, the music and the beats of things that are like pure just feel so good, right? It just feels amazing. I know I'm not the only one searching for that, and you know, that is calling it to me all the time, right? I want the new stuff. And that's why sometimes people say like, oh, I don't sing good, or my beats are simple, or it's not perfect. And it's like, guess what? We don't need it to be perfect. We just need the showing up of the new sounds. And what you're thinking is not perfect is somebody else's voice or beat that they've been waiting to hear and they need to hear. And that lack of thinking, like, it's how co-creating as well, manifesting together, right? One person making a vid, just strumming the guitar and singing is what's going to help find, you know, the soul tribe, soul family, in order to be the band, to be the duo, to become like more together, right? If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, organic. They got something from 1982 stuck in this. Heidi, I got married and I had a hair up type of wedding. And by the end of the mid-evening night, right? So after 11ish, you know, it was my wedding, so there was obviously Metallica and stuff, right? My wedding, my fucking beats. We got put what I like. So at one point it was Metallica. It was about 11ish or something. So I took all the bobby pins out of my hair so I could like thrash my hair around. And, you know, I found a bobby pin from my wedding night a week after my wedding in my hair, which I had washed and, you know, done the normal human things to. It's like, how the heck does one bobby pin stay in there, and even with the brushing and the washing? So, me not joking. If you see that person from 1982 in here, tell them to get the fuck out. I was only 10 in 1982, so it's not like weird stuff, right? 1982, I would have been living in BC. So, 1982, I would have been in BC. Yes, Michelle, the antenna of the hair, the indigenous peoples were correct. Exactly. And that's why indigenous people throughout the ages are like whoosh, stripped of their hair in order to, you know, it's the same for gingers and people with red hair, how they have been shamed and like picked on and bullied and teased, like, you know what I mean? How red hair has been projected upon in so many ways for so many years in our society is because red hair is magic, right? I don't even, I got shivers everywhere, and I don't even have the words for how magical red hair is, right? No joke. Me brushing somebody's hair that is red and pulls on red and or completely like ginger, I have shivers everywhere. Like my whole body will light up. No joke. Because of how special and important that color and the feeling of every single strand is. I know, I get all like excited, but I need to cut my hair big time. I've been feeling it for a while now. Do it when you're at the beach or before. Everything inside of me says that your hair is also connected to your pain, right? Especially when we have long hair, Nita, and you've got the hair. So many layers and so many years just in there. And we don't even realize when we've had long hair for a long time how much weight our hair is, right? So the weight, like let's say depending on what I don't know what you're being guided to cut, Anita. If you're going to go like full rock set, she's got the look, short hair, or if you're going to go like, you know, bob cut, or you know, you want it to touch your shoulders, or you want that, I just want to be able to pull it back. But everything inside of me says that the layers, that if you combine your inner healing, what you're doing for yourself, and shed the layers of your hair, it will accelerate your healing big time. Anita, you're okay? So many dreams? Yeah. I didn't remember my dreams again. I want to say thank you though, because my dream time is magically delicious, safe, pure. It's a reprieve from the blah blah blah, the real, you know, whatever, to be asleep right now. So many dreams. I'm not remembering specific things, but it's like me not care if I'm waking up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and happy as like a pig in shit. Excuse my expressions, but I just like to, it's just how I feel, like a pig in poop. If I'm waking up like that, then dream time is good, right? Dream time's amazing. Exactly, Heidi. Just like in the Bible, cutting Samson's hair and he lost his power. Yeah, never fuck with a man's hair, whether he has any or not. Free will and choice, baby. That's important. There's one little fruit fly fairy flying all over the place. I don't know what she's doing, but... Heidi, you heard the calling? My niece was here at court. It went extremely well. So thankful. Yes! Good. Good. Me was thinking about you lots and lots. My niece was in court. All went extremely well. So thankful. All things shall work in our favor. Good. Thanks for saying. Yeah, Anita. It's like crystals and glitter. All the colors. And I see it in my son's and my dog's hairs plus mine. Oh, yeah. Dude. Oh, my gosh. Me's not saying your son is super hot, Anita, in like a creepy way. But oh, my God. He's a beautiful young man. That picture of him on Instagram yesterday and your dog, I was like, what? Oh my gosh, Mama Bear. He ain't a baby anymore, eh? Wow. And yeah, the hair. Oh, his hair. Honestly, I didn't comment my free flow comment because I would make him shy, right? And I say that in the most beautiful, respectful, oh my God, we make beautiful children, eh? Yeah, Anita, he is gorgeous. He is. And his hair looks so, just so thick, eh? And just so, ah. Hi, Nova Nova. There's a Christmas tradition in Spain called a poop log. We have, what's it called? Une bûche de Noël. It's called a bûche de Noël in French. A wood log. Bûche is like a log. We call it a bûche de Noël. Poop log. It looks like a big poop unless they put like lots of decorations. Because some people make a bûche de Noël and it's just like this straight brown thing. So it just looks like a big lump of poo. You gotta keep it decorated, right? To style it up a bit so it doesn't just look like that. That's so funny. How's it going, Nova? Yeah, Anita and I must be in the same vibe today. Right on. Doing really good, Heidi. Thanks for asking. Really good. I started my day by being adulty. I did my dishes. I took out the garbage and the recycling. And then Elf herself just called me on the fly, which is awesome. Sometimes when people say, like, can we talk? It's like, well, yeah, when, right? Like, Mina knows how to plan this. So she just randomly called. As I was getting myself pepped up to go out and about and do my human duties of stocking up for supplies. So I was going hunting for food. How do I do that? Well, I get in my car with my bags. Lily remembered them today. And I go shopping, right? That's how it is for now. And like, it was like, so just like, and then I got home just in time. Allie had started her reading of the day today 10 minutes before. So I got here and I stayed till almost the end. And then my battery was dying on my phone and I knew I wanted to stream. So I was like, I gotta let my device charge and take a breath from the in-between of being so adulty and then listening to Allie. I haven't drawn all day yet. I've hardly drawn at all in the last few days. Kind of weird. Yeah, organic ortologist. Obviously Metallica at my wedding. Oh yeah. Me and my dad kind of stole the show at my wedding because, I don't know, I've shared it before in vids and talked about it, but if you guys know the song by tHeRe Jacks, Seasons in the Sun, we had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. And there's a part, and the name of, he says, Michelle. And my first name is Michelle. I'm Michelle Genevieve Marie. And so the song of me, it was me and my dad's song. because since a child, it was mine and my dad's kind of song. So at my wedding, it was mine and my dad's song. And I swear more people cried when me and my dad danced together than when me and my husband did our first dance. Right? Heidi, I have curly, straight hair. I just call it wavy. Yeah. Michael, you got married in 1977? Right on. Your grandpa was a redhead, Heidi? Right on. Boom. Heidi, I've dated 2 strawberry blondes and they were both amazing. It's 5:55 Australia time. Thanks for writing that out, Anita. I don't know why my brain and me don't merge to remember like exactly what our time zone difference is. It's like 24 hours plus 2. Right? I don't know. I'm not the best at math on the spot. I'm good with numbers, but not the math. Organic. My mom wanted me to have red hair and freckles. I've always, I wished for that. I wanted a tooth gap. I love tooth gaps. I love any tooth imperfection. It's just a thing. And I love tooth gaps the most. Like the most. And crooked teeth, but the tooth gap. So much that until I was a certain age, I would put toothpicks hoping I could build my own tooth gap. And then I impaled myself with a toothpick inside of my mouth.
What? I wasn't listening, and then I just heard that.
Then I impaled myself with a toothpick inside of my gums of my mouth. And so I stopped. I realized, I think I was between 6 and 8. Could have been 5. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of where I lived at the time. That's how I remember my youth. Where did I live that, in that memory? But yeah, so I stopped putting a toothpick to have a tooth gap because it wasn't working and I had impaled myself and it hurt. It hurt a lot. And it's one of those bobos that you have as a child where you don't naturally feel safe going to your mom and saying exactly what happened, right? So you kind of suck up the blood, think you're going to die because you're little, but you don't want to tell your mom exactly what you did, right? So how many of you did like me, where, you are born and as soon as you can hear your parents talking, they are telling you, don't put your finger in the electrical socket, right? I'm an 80s, 70s child, so as soon as I could hear my parents speak, they would tell me, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that. So one time when I was in Rouen, I was about 4 or 5, and I was at my grandma's house. And I was like, oh, well, mom's not around. I'm going to go touch that, right? Don't touch this. Can't touch this. So I went and touched it to see what happened. Well, I was really little. I kind of remember blowing myself across the room. It could have been just an inch. I could have maybe not even flinched, but I feel like I was ejected into a whole other world of a shock. No joke. Because my mom had said don't touch it, so I did. And then just boom, the shock of the full finger, because I was little, the finger fit. And then my grandma being like, what's wrong? And me not wanting to say what was wrong because I wasn't supposed to do that. And now I really understood, right? I really understood why. And this is the kind of adult that I am today as well. Right? Don't tell me not to do something because the chances that I will are pretty damn elevated. Wish I was joking. Right on. Michael, my daughter Lillian. Do you say Lily-Ann or Lillian? Lillian has thick, wavy, bright red hair. Roar. The last person I was able to brush her hair was Rebecca. And she was, how old was Rebecca? 7? And when she said I could brush her hair, I was like, whoa. You got brown hair with freckles? Right on. Me too. I've always loved redheads. My bestest friend in high school, And I knew in grade school, but we weren't best as friends then. But in high school, it was Jen Berry. So Allie Berry, my best friend in high school, was Jen Berry, and she had the flaming red hair and freckles. And she's still, like, the last time I saw her was in 2009, because I'm not one of those people who just, I never stayed where I went to high school, so I just didn't do the stuff that they did. So we connect when we do. But in 2009, she said to me, she said to me when I was in high school, but it just, whatever, right? Oh, wow, I'm having a dizzy deja vu. Dizzy. She said to me, she's like, if I hadn't had you in high school to tell me I was beautiful, I still wouldn't even think that I was to this day. And meanwhile, now we're grown up in our 30s, and she's like hot beautiful. She's not just beautiful, she's like hot beautiful. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, Michelle, by the time I met you, I had already been like imprinted with the fact that I was the cute, freckly redhead of my family, because she didn't match her whole family. And she stood out in her family as being different. And so every word that was ever used for her was cute. She was only ever compared to, like, Raggedy Ann type of thing. She'd never been called like beautiful or pretty. She was only called like things that made her feel bad about herself. And I was like, whoa, right? Plus, let's hope my mom's not watching right now, but if she is, this is in the past, so it's okay. But I'm kind of tripped out on acid sometimes, in the late 80s. Me and her, and not many other people, because I'm not that kind of person, but and I would trip out and I would connect her freckles. So how we look up at the sky and see sinks and see images, and how you can look down at the grass and see signs and see images. Well, I've always been like that, but I would like trace her freckles and tell her all that I saw, right? So we're all maps, our bodies are all maps, but I would like map her out, like find the letters, the numbers, the codes inside of her. And that helped her to love her freckles, because she didn't love them, right? Catching up, Anita. You just want it, yeah, that's what I was seeing as well for your hair. To the shoulders so that you can pull it back, right? That's what I thought too. But I did have the image of your hair as that kind of Roxette. She's got the look, right? You had a lot of weight for your hair. It's been since cut in March. I just cut a bit. And I said, thank you. Yeah. Right on, Anita. I'm going to go without no meds today, and I'm going to sleep it off. I'm not going to go to the beach till it's over now. Cool. You know best, baby. You know best. Trust yourself. Oh, really? Cool beans. I love that, Michael. I had a red beard and a blonde mustache. Yup. That's epic. Okay, for another hour or so, Anita. I amplify. That's going to be even longer. Even if it's just a little bit, right? A little bit longer. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, you get it, eh, Heidi? You know the power our hair holds. Yeah. Both your grandpas had the red hair, Michael? Heidi, y'all, I've been putting off going to the grocery store. I must go. What happened to me yesterday is I finished my live stream, then I made food. I had like was yesterday? Yeah. The bacon Lily Rose had cooked before I finished the stream. So I fried up some onions, I did up some eggs, some toast, and some beans. I was starving. I think I had more molasses than actual beans because I love molasses. And just like, and then I says to Lily, I'm just going to sit down for a bit and, just chill, right? Slow down. And then all of a sudden, it just got stormy out, and a really awesome storm. Like Thor was in the house, as above, so below. Feel it under our butts almost. And I said to Lily, I was like, we're just going to wait a little bit. I don't mind going out in the storm, but I'd rather be here enjoying it than out and about in a grocery store. And then all of a sudden, we got a tornado warning for our area. So I was like, oh, we're definitely going to just stay here a bit, because my car is like, I swear, like fucking 10 people's like lunch boxes are probably heavier than my car. My car already sways with the wind, right? Whee! And so it's like, yeah, we're going to wait just a little. So I haven't checked to see if any of the surrounding areas actually got any microburst tornado action. Kind of forgot to even think about it, but I'm wondering. We didn't get anything here, but if anything kind of passed around us. So I finally got to go do the groceries this morning. We did go out for a ride last night. I said to Lily, I was like, let's just grab some chips and chocolate. That's enough groceries for now. Yeah, you did say Solomon. It's all good. Going on an adventure, Al for self? Fuck, I'm like way behind in the comments, eh? Yeah. Samson and Delilah. Delilah cut the hair. Exactly. Sometimes it's a wonder that I even like that song, Hey There, Delilah. Because, like, oh, you bitch, don't fuck with fucking people's hair. And I say that, but I love the name Delilah. I'm not going to blame one Delilah, like, for everybody else's fucking... right? Right on. Your son's growing it to tie it back. It's gorgeous hair. Lots of energy, eh? Anita, lots. Organic intelligence. My nephew is gorgeous too. I can't even look at him. Oh my God. I got some hot... like, when I say my kids are good looking, like, my daughter's so hot that seriously, like, I gotta fucking pre-warn people in my life, right? Because you know what I mean? Like, I am one mama bear that looks like me. And then, you know, if you can handle my daughter's hotness, then there's a chance you could maybe step into my reality. But if you are not ready to fucking, like, see my daughter and, like, treat her with respect and, like, you know, not go overboard with your little, like, Fantasy Island fucking Matrix MK programming fantasy world, then there's, like, no way you can be a part of my world. Like, no joke. My daughter is the best screener for if a masculine is actually risen or not. That's a good wordplay joke, right? Because if his masculine fucking rises when he looks at my daughter, then there's no way that we're going to be on a good path together. And I say that because I've actually had that thing of just, she's just, you know, just very beautiful. And not every masculine is able to just be neutral with a beautiful feminine, right? Yeah. Rita, I told my son you couldn't ask to be any better looking boy when he picks himself. Yeah. And that's part of the, you know, what you've talked about too, right? Of in school, not always easy for him. It's not easy for masculines to be good looking, just as it isn't for feminines. And so what happens in the school system when children are young and they got that beauty thing, right? It doesn't always mean they're going to be elevated with it. They get teased for one thing because of the jealousy factor that can start very young, right? That's just the way it is sometimes. Yeah, organic intelligence. I'm totally joking, but I make my friends look away. Dude, I completely get it. We're in an era and generation of people. First of all, age does not matter, right? It's a program, so that you know, everything is a possibility, but just, yeah, I joke about that all the time, saying my son is so hot, I'm not sure I want to introduce you to him, to certain of my soul daughters back in the day, right? So when my daughter, who's 21 now, my son's 24, they got only 3 years difference, but they were raised in their teenagerhood. He was with his dad in Quebec to have access to the garage, the hunting, the fishing, and da-da-da, which I didn't, you know, have per se. And then my daughter wanted to move to Ontario and be in an English, you know, setting. But my son didn't want to be English, and he wanted his, that path. So I remember sometimes the girls, like the girls that were my daughter's friends, would come to the house. She would see how Sam looked. They would see how Sam looked through Amy's stuff or through pictures, and I'd be like, no, 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 you can't go near my son. Or I would joke to there's one girl that I used to always joke, if he doesn't find somebody himself, I'll set you up later. I would want you as my daughter-in-law. But he did good. He found his own radar love, and he's going to be a daddy anytime. You're going to be a grandma anytime. Nova, doing good. Taking care of myself. Been working more and more because they need to hire more. Are you enjoying the work, Nova? And I say that you might be gone because I'm a little bit behind in the chat, but... Yes! Organic Intelligence 313. We are so strong. I had 3 butterflies come to me today. Was confirming my thoughts and intentions. Thanks for validating it, sweetie. Sometimes people forget like what we send out and stuff, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like when Matt Man went on his like couple days run there on the our long weekend. And I said before he left, like, I wish you the best time to stay safe and da 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 da. And I was like, I'm amplifying the dragonfly energy for you. So when he came back, I was like, did you see any dragonflies? And he's like, yeah, I did. You know what I mean? Like, yes, good. Good, good, good. Boom. I hadn't seen what you wrote, Nova. I love you. On my way to work the other day, there was a bunch of dragonflies on my path, and I thought of you, Genevieve. Yeah, he wraps you guys in dragonflies. It's no joke. I sometimes be careful with the words that I say to not wrap you with too many, because swarms actually kind of freak people out sometimes. And Tom had an experience with a dragonfly at a certain point, and I was like, I told you I'm a stubborn little shit. I told you I was sending me to you. He said the dragonfly like wouldn't leave him alone, to the point where, he kind of just was like, this is not fun anymore, and he ran into the house, shut the fucking patio door, and boom, the dragonfly like against the window. So yeah, sometimes I can be a little annoying when I send synchronicities, but hey, loves you guys. Yeah, Michelle, exactly. You know that lyric. Goodbye, Michelle. It's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. Michael, you got the Terry Jacks on a playlist? Boom. Yes. Love that song. Organic. What, that song? I need to hear it. The tune you just sang out loud sounds like a tune I made up a song to. I sing. We are light, we are love, we are sent from above. Yeah, like totally, the words completely flow with that beat, eh? We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. We are light, we are love, and sent from above. Yeah. Oh my God. Anita, your son has a tooth gap. He doesn't like it. I love it. You had a tooth gap too, Anita. It closed when you were 13. Oh my God. There are specifically 3 people in my reality I cried when they got operated to have it pushed together. I specifically, one person in my reality, I'm not gonna, just one person, I told him, I said to him, don't ever fucking fuck with your tooth gap. And he did. And you know what? He fucking went batshit after. Not forever, but enough to be fucking like, needs serious mental help. They fucked, you know what I mean? They fucked with his teeth so fucking bad that he was not the same after. Anita says, my son wants braces and I keep putting it off. Oh man, I'm not one to fuck with the free will of your child, Anita, but first of all, show him the beautiful people in Hollywood that kept their tooth gaps authentic and that, you know, are amazing people. And I don't want to pit us against Hollywood people, but think of Jennifer Grey, Dirty Dancing. She had the fucking world at her feet, and then she went and changed her nose. And I'm sorry, she didn't have the fucking career after. We still know who she was because she did stuff on Friends, or she did specific movies, or you know who Jennifer Grey is after Dirty Dancing because you loved her so much. You looked her up. You followed her. Because otherwise, the world doesn't understand who Jennifer Grey is except for that fucking part. Right? When you mess with certain things, the dentistry and the doctoring that it takes, it changes your timelines. And I always believe as well, like, if that's his free will, Anita, and he so chooses that as an adult, at least then his body will be mature enough to handle the trauma of it. Because I know these are all just normal procedures, and dentists want to do all these procedures because they're just normal, right? But they're not. They're not. They are not. So, and like, that's it. You won't get it done. And if he so chooses, but then again, he's got like years of a timelines to be living where meeting people who like think he's gorgeous because of that, right? I got my crooked stuff at the bottom, and it's a part of me. I remember telling dentists, like, fuck you. You fucked with me since I was 6 years old. You think you're going to put braces on me as well? No, man. No. No. If we had known what we knew back in like the 70s and 80s of like certain things, I wouldn't have had fucking the issues that I had in my lifetime with all the fucking shit they put inside of me. And I'm going to leave it at that. Organic says, I had a tooth gap when I closed when I got older too, and I was upset. I wanted braces. I was upset my teeth were straight, and my brothers and friends got braces. That's beautiful. Yeah. Lily had a tooth gap, but when her adult teeth grew in, it was gone, and I mourned it. I really thought she was going to be the child and always have it, and she says she hated it because food got stuck in it all the time. She's screaming. Are you on the toilet telling me this? Okay. She's not on the toilet. Wink, wink. Sorry, sweetie, because you're in the other bedroom and you hear me. Yeah, she says she didn't like it because, you know, it got stuck in the gap, but I loved it. Right? Exactly, Anita. I know I'm behind in the chat like 20 minutes now because it was talking about the putting my finger in the socket. When you say to someone, don't do something, there's a good chance you're going to do it out of curiosity. Exactly. So one of the things, like let's say you're passing by a storefront and you don't want your child to touch it, you say something different. You don't say don't touch that, you point out something different, right? As well, like, you know, we're in a society now, this is, you know, in the 70s there wasn't the little things that we put into the stuff. There's a reason why we cover certain things for kids, right? For babies and young children. But Anita, I used to get called Angel. I was such a good kid. Right on, Anita. Gonna get your hair styled and layered? Ooh, Sarah McLaughlin. Love you, Nova. Boom, Anita. When I brush my son's hair, he feels electric in his ears and neck, and I've never let anything like it before. Never felt anything like it before. Yep. The exchange of energy of, like, I haven't had my hair cut by anyone in Lily's 9. Almost 9 years, right? Almost 9 years.
Your hair cut at the wedding.
No, I didn't get it cut. I allowed one person to braid my hair on exactly the 17th of September 2017. is the only person besides my children or my sister who's touched my hair since before I left my ex. Because by the time I left, he wasn't brushing my hair unless I fucking begged on my fucking knees, could you brush my hair? And I stopped begging after a while, right? You stop handing the brush to your dude after a while if you gotta fucking beg for it. Same with everything else. But yeah, so my hair, ever since I really, like, I always knew, but when I really realized to what point that cutting was taking away my power, not enhancing it, I haven't cut my hair since. I don't even take a blade to my hair at all to trim it. I just shed. Oh, see what I'm saying? I just shed. And so the hair does what it does, and it stays at a certain stage all the time. Allie, thank you. Sesame seed oil and cloves are the secret to tooth health. Oil pulling is a natural antiseptic and it will grow your gums back. Yeah, my teeth are fucked. Fucked. Everybody thinks I'm so pretty, and it's like, yeah, if you saw me close up in real life, you'd probably fucking run away. Who knows, right? People got their judgment about certain teeth things big time. You had the pink show up as well, Heidi? And yesterday I spoke about the pink and the dragonflies. Yes, the pink. So big. Michael, we ditched 7th grade and invented vinyl top sports fishing involving a 100-pound test line attached to a dart and throwing it from a 3-story roof, hitting a moving Cadillac with a vinyl top. Sound like my dad. You like the dragonfly swarms? Right on. Yeah, I love the copper most too. The fishing line hit the roof of the Cadillac, and when he turned the corner, the fishing line wrapped around the mailboxes and stop signs, blocking intersections in the neighborhood. Oh my gosh. Welcome to like life before the internet, where we did crazy shit and yeah, sometimes stop traffic. I completely not gonna say some things I've done to stop traffic in my time. Scared my mom's listening and I'm gonna get in trouble for like things I did like a long time ago. Just joking. It's not my fault they shut the highway down that time. It wasn't me. You would put a rubber band on your front teeth at night for a long time when you were younger. Oh, me loves your teeth, Sally. They're so amazing. The tooth gap is called a, I don't know if I'm going to say it right, diastema? Diastema? You love your tooth gap? Good. Me loves it too, Allie. I had never noticed seeing you like in all the things that I've watched, you know, when you do streams and when you sang, and I never noticed until when we were face to face together the other day. Because sometimes, you know what I mean? I wasn't sure, or I didn't have my glasses on enough. When I listen to you and Corey stream, I don't really watch as you're singing intently, right? I'm kind of chit-chatting and just absorbing what you guys are doing. I don't really watch live streamers, you know. I show up full frontal, but I don't really watch many live streams. And when I do, a lot of the time I'm chatting. So no, it doesn't sound weird. Me is like that too, Heidi. I also like scars on faces. I know that sounds weird. All scars are special to me, whether they're on faces or bodies. And birthmarks. Especially somebody with like those wine stains on their face. That is automatic power to me. There's no words for what that does for me because it's so powerful. As well, people that have eyes, like either 1 or 2 that cross, that blows my mind. As soon as somebody has the most, just even if it's just a little irregularity that's not, you know, straight, it's boom. Their third eye is so powerful. That's what that represents for me. as well as my father and my grandfather are both burn survivors. So I have a special place in myself for anyone who has burns. You know what I mean? I know how hard the recovery process is firsthand through the eyes of a child. And yeah, yeah, just a deep ingrained, like, just the energy, the respect of that, and the making, pointing out, making sure that people with certain things on their faces or bodies feel beautiful and loved, and just how beautiful they are is important to me. Yeah, Heidi, you get it, eh? The burns. Yeah. So for myself, I know that the movie, what's his name there with Ryan Reynolds? I even talked about this the other day. What's the movie where, what superhero is he? Fuck. Deadpool. When he did not show up and go see his woman after, I fucking almost lost my shit. If I would have been in a theater, it wouldn't have been good. I was by myself watching Deadpool on my iPad, and I was so angry. And I know it's a comedy, it's a funny movie, right? But I was so angry. He didn't even give her a chance, right? He didn't even give her a chance. Not one. He fucking didn't go back to her, and was so, you know, in ego of this burned body that he had, that he didn't even give her a chance. I was so fucking mad. It took all I had to keep watching the movie and to, like, stop being triggered, stop being so angry. And, you know, he was representing all the fucking masculine fucking wounding of I'm not good enough. And I was so mad because he didn't give her a chance. Because guess what? Love don't give a shit what happens to your body, right? If you love a man or a woman and they are in an accident and they can't walk anymore, well, true love stays, and true love doesn't even care if certain things don't work the same way, because that's what love is, right? It has nothing to do with the physical package or how things even perform and what things look like. It supersedes all of that. And, you know, in this matrix-based world where things are, like, so visual, like, that to me is like, right? The way that Michelle, Lee Canham Free, Squirmy, and Grubs, they are one of the most pivotal channels. I know that some people might not like to watch them because they do the paid programming inside. They, you know what I mean? They've elevated their channel to a status where they make money. It's part of the way they make their living is through their channel, right? But Squirmy and Grubs, they are important to me. I've been following them since my Facebook days when they were much younger, right? And this couple is so important to me because they are, to me, an example of what divine union is. So he is not in a shape of a body that is considered perfect or beautiful in this world. And she is, you know, hot as fuck. So one of their biggest challenges in their relationship is that, you know, she gets hit on and taken as his caregiver, his provider, helping him, instead of his, you know, girlfriend, partner, and now wife, because they've actually, you know, gotten married. So, you know what I mean? This is, for me, they are the perfect example of what a divine union is in not a matrix-based perspective. Does this mean that they'll last forever, ever after? That got nothing to do with it. They are just, to me, an example of a union that's true and real. And how hard it is to sustain a union like that when you're being bombarded, you know, with people all the time, you know, of certain things. They did a video once last year where they were reading out loud the comments that they get that people just write. And it, like, I personally am shocked because it's like, I'm here to elevate, right? I'm here to elevate. So I'm shocked, you know, and I never seen those kind of comments, but just so, like, what the fuck? Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that, but oh my gosh, I don't even like smoothies and I would try that. Allie, drinking avocado, spinach, and banana smoothie? I don't even like smoothies and I would try that. It sounds so good. Makes me want to like, I wanted to buy spinach, I forgot. I didn't grab avocados because I didn't like the price and the look of them. Price and the look have to match a little bit. But I think I'm getting hungry because just seeing the word avocado and spinach makes my tongue kind of salivate. Yeah, Anita, each nerve and each tooth is connected to a different body part. Yeah. Yes, organic intelligence. I think our teeth are more like crystals than bones. And thus why the dentistry industry, first of all, you know, I don't know how it is in America or other countries, but in Canada, you know what I mean? Like it costs an arm and a leg just to go get your teeth checked and then cleaned with the products, and then the bombardment of what is considered beautiful, and especially young children right now. The work being done on young children right now blows my mind. How you know what I mean, how in the future this will affect their life, that their teeth are crooked so young, that children are getting work done, blows my mind. But no judgment, but just it's a part of our reality right now that has been manipulated, right? That beauty of the teeth and straight and the white, right? So our bones definitely are crystal. That's the way that I see it. I even, because there was so much talk about the blood and the Rh negative and certain things in the book that Ali was reading out loud today, one of the things I wrote in the comment box is that I totally believe that our blood type changes with our DNA upgrades, right? So people who have lived a lifetime not being a certain blood type are right now a certain blood type. And that's a personal belief, but I've also had validation of, like, through a few articles and a few other people, and one specific person who spoke of the blood was Lady V, Veronica, Higher Realms Holistics. She's spoken openly, it was a couple years ago, where she spoke openly of especially like the blood transfusions. People will get blood transfusion in order to change their blood type. That is real. But I believe that through the DNA crystalline upgrades that it happens by itself. So. Yeah. Think about how we care for our crystal. That's why so many are having teeth issues. The frequency changes. The frequency changes as well, and the products that were put into, especially at a certain age, right? And where people think that products got better and safer with time, but I believe that's the biggest lie, that we're being, you know what I mean, that we keep on pumping even worse stuff than in the 70s and 60s and the 80s. Does that make sense? So people believe that taking out the things that they had from their childhood is good for them, but then putting in something that's really going to be good for them now, but that's the biggest lie that the dentistry, the whole industry is putting into our bodies, right? Oh, thank you, Allie. Love all you guys. Thanks for being with me today. Thanks for being with us all. Yeah, Allie and Heidi are talking about what it feels like when we see and feel each other. Allie, I feel the same. I see you and it's another charge in my heart. Same. That's why stepping into, like, you know, going into Matrix Man 1111, and, you know, even my live streams for you guys, I'm already here, but just seeing the names pop up, right? Just feeling is just, it's a charge in my heart. My heart helps my heart to stay open and keep it open, especially when the real life stuff and the bombarding of certain things is happening. But y'all keep my heart opening. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but diastema. Thank you. Yeah, I noticed the gap when we did the me, you, and Dean, the pre-show, like just kind of talking together. I thought, but I wasn't sure. But then it was like, whoa, right? I had you full frontal, like just for me, right? And I could see it. Ah, Michelle. Port wine stain birthmarks are a sign of royalty. Boom. I never seen that written out, never heard that, but that's what it feels like to me. Somebody so special, that royal bloodline, whether, the royalty of the monarchy, but the royalty, yeah. Right on, Allie. Thanks for being here. Michael says, when the truancy officer knocked on the downstairs doors, we had hooked up 6 phones in the house, put the cone that we got from the bell repairman to ring continually, and then we escaped roof to roof. Oh my gosh. Yep. Of course. I know. Oh my gosh. Organic intelligence. I saw commercial ones that showed people saying how someone with freckles is less attractive. Yep. But we're in a generation now where people are actually using makeup to make freckles on themselves in order to take pictures and do, their Instagram stuff. So we are coming back into that, the certain things. Hey, Alexander Ganja Shaman. How you doing? How's your day? Yeah, no kidding, eh? Michael says, I had a blessed childhood. No wonder I didn't want to live with my mom in Spain that year. I was having too much fun. No kidding. Yeah, Michelle, Squirmy and Grubs, thank you. I haven't watched that video yet. Michelle says, the video I just uploaded of Squirmy and Grubs is a poem that he wrote about her called The Perfect Woman. Yeah. Yeah, Michael's being reminded because of the food dog to put the leftovers in the fridge. I'm actually now mentally thinking of what's my priority of what food I want to make because I'm getting hungry. Yeah. You've had more? Lots of blood transfusions? That's a story for another day. Right on, Heidi. Yeah. Hi, Karen. How are you doing? Yes. A lot of energy's coming through, Heidi. I'm pumped, but at the same time, I think I need to rest. Makes a lot of sense. It's in flow with exactly what just certain energy reports, I would use the words, coming through, is that you're vertical, everything's fine, and then you just need to be horizontal. Or you're focused on something, it's all good, but then it just need to tune out. Yes, 444. We are on the right track. I know. You messaged me for the first time ever. I think it was 9:44, Alex. And then in the middle of the night, you're like, "Are you still awake?" It was 4:44 for you. And I had just gone to lay back down. I don't have my Instagram on my phone. So I had put the iPad away thinking like, you weren't up and I was going back to bed. I just randomly woke up at 4:14 yesterday. And then I don't go on my device at first, and then I wait to see if there's any messages coming through or anything outside I need to see. And then depending, it's like I'm either guided to look at my device or not to see you know, what, I don't know if anything's meant for me before I go back into dream time. So that might sound weird, but what actually happens is that, like, I'm woken up from deep sleep and then guided to, like, whatever. Like I said, sometimes it's like outside that has a message for me, and sometimes when I look at my device, somebody will have put a video up. I don't necessarily go look at it, but the words, or I'm guided to go in for the syncs of it, and then when I go back to bed, it like is exactly, I know I'm done being awake because I do the steps, and then I go back, lie down, and I fall asleep. And what I've noticed is if I resist
We
looking,
got the Netflix working.
oh yay, good for you. If I resist looking at my device and say, like, oh, I'm not going to go on my phone right now, I can't fall asleep until I've gone and looked for what I'm supposed to find before I go back to sleep. And you know what I mean? When the syncs are pulling you and guiding you, like, you really just go with the flow, eh? You was getting the 414 yesterday? Yeah. Me too. Yeah, you get it too, eh, Alex? I also have IG only on my laptop, not my phone. Instagram blocked my number. I have to get a new phone to have IG on my phone. Well, personally, when I load too many apps of stuff, my phone just doesn't work correctly anymore. I can't send emails, things don't come through, anyways. And IG is that place where, first of all, because I have Skype on my phone and I have WhatsApp that I've kept there. I only have one person that reaches out to me on WhatsApp, but it's sacred to me to have that on my phone. And my Skype, I don't have many people that I actually talk to, but that I want, right, that connection is there. So in my Skype, it's really Michelle and Kelly the most, Kelly Ryan O'Brien. And like, other than that, nobody has contacted me on Skype since Al. Al is also somebody that I keep for that, but you know what I mean? If I go down my list, like, some people they haven't reached out to me like since fucking, like, May. But it's there, right? So the check-in points of when they're meant to be are accessible. Love you too, Michelle. Yeah, same, Alex. Quieting the mind. 3 and 2. 3 and 2 is 5. Alex, I also have Skype for a long time, like 10 years. I use it for communication. Most of the people I talk to are in other countries. Same. Like, for myself, the only people that I can link with in another country with my actual phone number, it's not because I don't want to give it out. It's because unless somebody actually has an iPhone or an Apple product to use iMessage, it costs something to receive just a random text, right? Or to receive, to make or get, the phone call part. So there's some people where I gave my phone number and I said, like, I'm giving the phone number if you have the Apple product, otherwise we have to use an app, and like, don't send me stuff. But if they send that random text, it's already come in on my phone, and then I get charged for it. Wow, thanks for saying that, Michael. Thanks for sharing this time with us, Genevieve. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Feeling like the energies are super high, and when people can come and go and have a place to bounce is nice, is good for us all. Yeah, Organic says, I'm going to go eat, chill for a bit, then I hope to see you at Matt's. Yeah, me going to be going to Matt's. Me is like kind of like that annoying little stalker where I'm kind of checking out his channel to see if his link is up. And I'm one of the first ones just chatting in there. When he does I call it a pre-show, when he just puts up his the live stream, but he's not ready to start getting the momentum going, right, of whoever chats. But I'm a chatter, right? And I say that, and I haven't drawn, and I'm back order of certain coloring and drawings that I want to finish. So I might be there, but not be really texting so much tonight. It depends how I feel. I don't force myself to flow my ink unless I feel like it. I'm looking for a book. I don't force myself to flow the ink unless I'm feeling it. But I've got a couple things that I got a drawing for Meeps that I want to start coloring and get done. You gonna listen while you prepare your dinner? Right on. Love you guys. Quieting the mind. Meditation is a commitment, the need for silence, peace within despite the chaotic outer conditions, letting go of the chaotic monkey mind, mindfulness. Life is chaotic, busy, loud, frenetic, and overwhelming. Some days all that noise is like a roar of thunder echoing all around you, and it feels like you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. Isn't that why we take vacations, to get away to somewhere peaceful? In spite of the surrounding din of the world, today you need to slow down. Boom, sank, slow down. The song that Sasquatch Mind Control shared earlier, slow down. Slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead, take the deep breath right now. Make a commitment to be still, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Count your breaths. Be mindful of every one of them. And know that you have all the time in the world to do everything that needs doing, because everything is always perfect as it is. Our core beliefs about the world originate in our thoughts and feelings, which then become our perceptions. If our thoughts are all over the place, that's how we experience the outer world. But what if the outer world didn't matter? Don't fear the world, it isn't there. What if at our center there's a place that's always calm, where the mind doesn't have a million things to say, and where problems and challenges are not nearly as important as we think they are? That's important. Yes, Michelle, Soul Tribe is real. Is real, is real. Soul Tribe is real. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Glory be to those that show up to be the missing links in the things that we need, right? No man is an island. We didn't come here to do the inner work and then be all alone. Reach out, show up. To thine own self be true. Michael, to get Landlord's Kittens on YouTube, looks like I'm going to have to negotiate a game of dominoes. Right on. Yeah, Soul Tribe is real and deep. The puzzle pieces. Yup. Yup. And, when there's puzzle pieces missing, we're not complete. It doesn't matter, right? So please, those that, just, yeah. Leave it at that. Be bright. Be you. Exactly. Every single thing that you were ever teased of or bullied about or told that it was like the stuff that they don't like about you is the exact stuff that we, the people that love you without even knowing you yet, are waiting for. Right? So the silly jokes that you don't even say out loud in your reality anymore because nobody laughs at them. Nobody thinks you're funny. Guess what? There are people fucking craving your voice and your authenticity to shit and giggle about. No joke. For real. I've told this to people and I mean it. You know, you've been told that you can't sing because your brother, your sister, the kids at school told you that. But meanwhile, there's somebody who's already dreaming about your voice to hear your voice. That's how big it is. It's so big. It's so big, guys. It's so big. I even wrote it out. I think it was to Alex today in a text because we connected on Instagram. So I just start talking the way I talk, right? I already love Alex. I already know him. I'm just gonna fucking talk the way I talk. But like I said, I think it was something like, how did it go? You know, I've been showing up for so long to gather the roots of us, but I'm ready to bloom. And there's a part of me that, like, until certain things, certain timelines, certain people come into my reality, I'm not at full bloom because I haven't been awoken a certain part of me with certain people that are to come into my reality. So I dream about them, I know, but they have not come in to fruition in my timelines. And you know what I mean? And so what you guys think that you see, like there's like a whole other version of me that has not even come online because she's like, that goddess part of me is like, she's lying back. You know what I mean? Until like that part of me gets woke by that one person that can, because nobody else can. I know, she's not here. You might think I am, but I know I'm not. You know, I know I'm not. Me knows, right? Yeah, in bloom. You got a bloom sync, Michelle? Right on. Yeah. Ma'at. Rawr, yeah, baby. Ma'at truth. Corey Reeves sync. Corey Reeves, Ma'at. Yes, Michelle. I just found out yesterday through Matt's live stream. I'll share his channel or whatever you call Instagram with you when I can. I'm not gonna read it out. I think truth is truth. You either know, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't. You're either in your full truth or kind of waiting to embody it, but that's that. 17:01 Eastern Time. Been on for 3:24. I don't think I'm going to hit the 4-hour mark today unless something really gets me accelerated because I'm hungry. Like, I'm really hungry. Like I'm so hungry that I wish somebody would just bring me food. It would be so much faster right now. I would just like snarferama, snarfalicious. Thank you, everybody who brought forth an energy today. I'm really grateful for you. Really grateful. Second card today was White Buffalo Calf Woman. This could be the last card. Not quite sure. There might be one or two other ones. I'm not sure. Grandfather Sky. Boom. Nice. You just got a Squirming Grubs notification. Right on. Sync, sync. Grandfather Sky. This is your time to reach for the sky. Expansive energy, vitality, health, healing, and passion. These qualities are expanding in your life. The sky is the limit. You are a healer and a channel for the life force of the universe. Your ability to sense energy fields is increasing dramatically. So be prepared to soar to new heights. When you receive the Grandfather Sky card, you are entering into an expansive cycle. Do not hold back and repress what you feel, because your body and spirit will become drained. Boom. Anyone, that's the thing I keep saying, is I can't imagine what it's like to be in resistance right now, to not be flowing in full authenticity, to be holding back how you feel about something or someone, you know, to be continuing in the same patterns without stepping aside and changing things. Your body and spirit become so drained. So drained. You want to like inflow life into yourself? Fucking grab your life by the balls and talk about it. Right? What does that mean? I don't know. Only you can know, right? But you know what you're holding back. You know who you want to connect with. You know where feels good, and you know what feels bad. Stop looking at the shit that feels bad. Don't let yourself fucking go back into your patterns of pressing on play to videos that don't give you shivers, that don't make you feel safe, beautiful, loved in this world. Right? Step back away from the fear and step only into things that make you feel love, cherished vibes, giggles, right? Completely change your algorithms. Like your stuff don't pop up on your social media because of anything outside of you. Right? You can think that, you know, you're being bombarded by the dark, but that's a lie you tell to yourself. You pressed on shit, and so that's all the stuff that's coming back to you. Right? Just the links that we shared today in this stream, I don't know how many I shared at the beginning, and then, you know, Sasquatch Mind Control came and shared his. Michelle has been putting up links since earlier. Just pressing on those links from this live stream today, and I'm sorry anybody who's like, you know what I mean, looking at this later, the links are not available. I don't go back and put them all in the comments. But just anybody pressing on just a few of those links today is enough to change your algorithms so much that, you know, if you feel like you're being like projected stuff into you by the dark forces of YouTube, you're not. You're the one that pressed on fear-based stuff, so that's what keeps popping up. It's what keeps popping up. And I know, I've been told before, you change the whole algorithms. Me pressing on the vids that you send, Genevieve, changes all the algorithms in my feed so fast, because I only like certain musics. I don't watch music that has videos to it unless it's like creative creations from Tribe. Otherwise, even you guys, when you send me a vid, if you didn't send me a lyric vid, I won't be looking at that fucking content to not imprint my eyes with certain things. So I will listen to the song if so guided to get the melody, the beat, the syncs of that, but I won't go imprint my eyes with certain things. I won't. And that's what, you know, just it keeps my vibe up. It keeps me in a certain frequency because I'm not allowing myself to be imprinted with things that don't resonate with me. It's not a part of my journey. Yeah, Alex says, yeah, I'm on IG, Michelle, and I just sent you a friend request. Whoop, whoop. The more we get together, together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Make sense? Even kids' songs say it, right? I think this is going to be the last card, guys. She's a pretty one. 24, 2 and 4 is 6. Light Dancer. Illumination. The Radiant Self. Shining Soul. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful, Heidi. Thanks for popping in and saying that. When I watch a low vibe vid about the 3D, I claim protection and removal of imprint. It is only for the information. Boom.
Mom,
Yes.
that's what I just found.
Where was it?
It was right behind, so where my chair is,
Yeah.
pulled out, it was right on the floor.
Cool. Well, I'd still like you to intermingle both the brushes, and now you're good.
Double toothpaste.
Good. Well, I'm glad you found it, baby girl.
Yeah.
I love that, Heidi. That's how I am as well. So when I do get sent things and I know that I'm guided, and I know for the information part to be aware but still detached, and that's how I don't get like afraid, how the empath of me does not start to just like have a whole body shake and want to cry, because I'm not invested in it. I'm not going to let myself be bombarded by anything. I'm not going to let me be imprinted, but I have been guided so that I know and that I'm aware. But the detachment and the asking, like for the protection, this is not for me to imprint, and this is not for me to start to be a part of that, get sucked into a side timeline. That's beautiful. I will, Alex. I'm just going to read this one out loud, and then I'll grab you a card. Yes. Thanks for asking, Alex. Light dancer, illumination, the radiant self, shining soul. Each of us is designed to find within us the light we see outside of ourselves. And with our 5 senses, we cannot see all that is. We cannot take in all that is truly within this world, this universe. But through reaching for the light that lies within us, you have sought to become a more loving person. You have searched for the oneness and lost the sense of division. Boom. That's important, right? Searched for the oneness, the self, and lost that sense of division. For moments there have been pure bliss, and when that's departed, you have been sad as though you have failed. As a human being, you cannot perceive all that is, all that time. But in those moments when the bliss and peace of the truth of our connection, the acceptance of our transitory journey within and through our bodies, the alignment with values that respect and love the earth, where we find union with others like ourselves, we find ourselves dancing with the light. Life has an ease and a flow to it. And if we could feel, we could reach out a hand and touch the stars. This moment has come to you even if you've forgotten its power. And it's here to remind you again of the beauty of the heart and soul. Boom, heart and soul. There's a couple songs, heart and soul. Yeah. Of the relationship you have to the finite, which lies within you and without you. With or without you, you too. You give yourself away. The light dancer tenderly touches what she can see in the hidden spaces of the universe and within your heart. And when she comes to you, it's to remind you that you too are a light dancer, a being of the infinite universe. And you are as graceful and as aware and as tender as she is. Tender. Tender is the night. Tenderness. Tenderness. Michael says, doesn't anyone use Messenger or WhatsApp anymore? Because I just started 2 years ago. It's funny because I was guided out of Messenger and Facebook 2 years ago, but I do still have WhatsApp. Yes, Alex, balance is the key. Michael, I can't keep up with all these apps. Exactly, Michael. Use what you use, and then through emails and figure what's best for you. You know what I mean? Like I still have Discord and Google Hangouts that are open, like that I have on my iPad, but like nobody hits me up on there. So, you know what I mean? And there was a time where, I was doing Discord chats with my Living Soul family like all the time, every day. It was sacred to me. So, but you can't keep up with all of them. and having what you need for those people that are cross borders and stuff. You know what I mean? You can only have so many. Amazing. You've been writing and claiming the illumination. Heidi, and today I was dancing before and during and after my niece's court. Then was a celebration. I love that. The light dancers. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna pull you one of these, Alex. Where's the book? I'm gonna pull you a Nature's Whisper, Alex. Yeah, Alex, I also have the Google Hangouts. I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah. I checked yesterday, I think it was, just in case something had popped up on there, but there was nothing. Yeah, Alex, that's awesome. Organic intelligence. Dance your way to victory. Yeah. You can dance if you want to, right? Safety dance. Men without hats. Ooh, Alex. 2 and 1. 2 and 1 is 3. Trinity. Fresh approach. I'll take a picture and send it to your to the inbox so you can grasp the imagery. One of the reasons I chose these cards is especially, like, I'm gonna read the book anyways, so if anything resonates with you, you grab it. But if not, the imagery. See the rainbow here? The rainbow warriors. That's what you sent me last night. Rainbow warriors. That flow. Right? Flowing into the water. Fresh approach. We were talking about this yesterday too. The beginner eyes. The seeing things with awe and wonder. That everything is a miracle or nothing is. Right? Fresh approach. Fresh eyes. It's time to step out of the box in an old way of doing. You're being challenged to try something new. Look at how to create magic in your world. Create with the intention of filling your life with joy and happiness. Achieve your desires while experimenting with new activities. That's important. New, right? We don't even know, some of us, what our true gifts are because they haven't come online. And so when you're walking in a store and you're just seeing something and you're like, like, why would I even look at that? But then you go to another place and then somebody says something and then, like, these are the things we're being guided to, right? The things that you admire in other people and you think are amazing are sometimes the exact things that are your gifts as well. Doesn't mean you're going to have the same style. Doesn't mean you're going to do the same thing. But it's a part of your journey and you just don't know because that gift hasn't come online yet. Achieving your desires while experimenting with new activities. You always have options, so don't feel limited. Even when you are not in motion, you are making a choice. You're being prodded to make a new decision now. Don't worry about making the right decision because every mistake brings lessons and opportunities. And the amount you learn is immeasurable. Base your choice on love and the best option for you. And imagine that failing is not even a part of your choices, so what would you choose? Imagine that failing is not even a part of your choices, so what would you choose? Since it's a 3 Trinity, I'm going to say it again. Imagine that failing is not even an option. What would you choose? Yeah. I know, Alex. Thanks for writing it out because it's so hard to say, but it is. It's the truth. We're all on some level going through that, eh? Alex, I'm going through a lot here. Everybody's against me. Yeah. That's why we're here, right? Everybody's against me. Damn ignorant and ungrateful people. But yeah, everything does happen for a reason. I just keep moving forward because something good is on the way. Exactly. And that's the thing, Alex, is that when you have people who are not grateful for what you share, who you are, what you do, and then finding the little mirrors of us who thrive on seeing you, is, that's it, right? It's so big. And you know, everybody here is against me. Yeah, a lot of people are being shamed, bullied, completely ridiculed, treated like pieces of shit in your reality, right? Is not fucking funny anymore. Is not funny. It's like a whole eternal wheel of like just everything around you is pitted not in your favor, because nothing in your reality makes you fucking shivers and happy. It's like what the fuck's even the point of trying anymore? But that's just it. That's the old things that need to be shed. And like it's not the people that we would want or expect that are going to love and cherish us and elevate us and help us bring our gifts, who we actually are. People that knew you want you to be the same because they don't want to evolve and change either, right? And that's the thing. In all of it, people find who they need to resonate with and gravitate to. Yeah, Alex, failing is not an option. And that's the thing, is when we don't have an expectation, we're never really failing, because we're trying different things with an open heart, open mind, awe and wonder. So it's like, you're not going to become a master of every trade, but you can be like in a part of doing so many different things, right? Yeah, Road Trip Eddie. How's it going? Like the Rush song, I will choose free will. Exactly. Exactly. Heidi says, Alex, you are holding your space and they want to move you and they can't touch you. Exactly. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, Heidi and Genevieve, I'm standing my ground. Yep. I'm doing really good, Eddie. Thanks for asking. Yeah. And that's the thing. If you're ready enough to be as authentic as who you are, and you stand up and you just stay yourself with the people who are supposed to love you the most, but are pushing your buttons the most to change, to not be yourself. What the fuck? Who could ever bring you to your knees again when you've already been brought to your knees from everything you ever knew? It's my daughter who helped me the most to show up and to just be comfortable on YouTube. My daughter, when she was like 15, 16, 17, all she did was put me down. Everything I fucking did was stupid and ridiculous and like, I'm so like, whatever, and rolling her eyes at me. And I remember one day I looked at her, I was like, wow, you've been such a critic to me. I stepped away from every masculine in my life who's ever treated me like shit. I don't hang out with people who say things certain ways, but now it's you, my daughter. You're so mean to me. The things you say to me when I'm in my own house, stretching, dancing, singing, drawing, playing, and the things you say to me, like I said to her once, I could show myself in front of the whole fucking world, and nobody could bring me to my knees, because you already have. The people in my life already have, but you, as the star player, my daughter, teenager, right, in my house, when I'm sitting there singing and I'm alone in my way because it's my house, but you come down the steps and fucking roll your eyes at me and like fucking say the shit that you say to me, I could show up anywhere in front of a million people, and it doesn't matter if everybody fucking laughed at me. Everybody in the whole world could fucking laugh at me now, because you already have for so many years. And I have to be brave and keep going instead of thinking that what you say is real. Right? When you got a daughter who's going through the crux of her teenagerhood, looking at you and telling you you're the worst mother ever. You shouldn't even be a mom. You're not even a real mom. How can anybody else, like, who cares what anybody else thinks of me? And this was just a passing phase, right? This was, but I had thought, if I get away, if I leave the relationships that bully me or tell me what to do or, laugh at me or treat me like shit, that I will never be treated like this again. And then I lived it with my daughter. But it was the nothing could ever scare me now if I'm in my own fucking house doing my own thing, and that you dare, like, say stuff to me, right? And I've said this before where, I dance and I flow and I do stuff with my body, and I have no idea what I actually look like because I got no mirrors in my reality, and all I have is the imprinting of my teenager for the last amount of years looking at me like I'm a fucking fool because I'm dressed a certain way and dancing a certain way. So nothing, you know what I mean? Like, nobody could judge me worse or make me feel whatever she ever did, which, like I said, is a phase in her life, and this is not how she is now at 21, but, she made me fearless, where, press on fucking play to do my first vid, January 17th, 2019, show myself full frontal to the world, fuck, right? Been analyzed and judged and fucking critiqued and fucking shamed and blamed and bullied by so many fucking people that anybody who's just really kind to me and they mean it, me's just grateful, right? Because I'm used to the other shit so much, right? That's it. Yes, organic, exactly. Your space is unmovable when you're standing in your power. You're welcome, Alex. Thanks for asking. I think that it might resonate with other people as well, eh? So grateful for all of you as well. Love you guys. Boom. Eddie, exactly. Just because you don't choose, you still have made a choice. And it's a choice not to choose. Exactly. Just because you're not going to make a choice, divine intervention, and something will happen for you to pivot into another part of your reality. Right? You can't just sit there and sit back and say, like, I'm not choosing, I'm not participating, because something's going to pivot you into participating, whether you want to or not. If your soul signed up for it, you're going to be leapt into your own destiny, whether you're ready or not. And that's the thing. If you're here at this junction in time, you are ready. You just don't feel like you are. Because you want to be perfect. You're pitting yourself against other people. You're so busy judging other people for how they dance, they sing, and thinking they're not perfect, that you don't allow for yourself to share your gifts. But stop analyzing. Just start enjoying people for what they share. Sharing is caring. Anybody who shares anything, whether it's a pencil stick drawing or a work of art that took weeks or years to fucking do, is just as equal in my eyes. Right? You don't compare fish and you don't compare elephants together. You see everything for what it is and are grateful that, that shining light is being shared. To 22 in the UK for you. Right on. Do. Good, Karen. I'm glad. I hope you do. I'm grateful. I understand that. I'm grateful to all of you because I feel at home. Good. Yes, a lot of tiredness passing through, Karen. Allow it. It's okay. I've been so tired, and the noise in my ears, the head buzz. Exactly, sweetie. It's really, really just flow through it the best you can. Allow yourself the rest that you can. Even if it's just little baby breaks in between what you have to do. I'll analyze. Do I have to do this now? Is it necessary, right? Even grocery shopping. Is there something else that can be eaten? You don't have to fix a perfect meal for your kids, your partner, anybody in your house. Anyone else can boil a pack of noodles if you can't, right? Share the load. Delegate. Ask for, the help that you can have. The more that we honor our body cycles right now, the more that everybody, the ripple effect for everybody. When we push ourselves to our limit, then we're going to be down and for the count, like for days or weeks, instead of just for minutes or hours. You know, taking a full day to rest is called being lazy in this world, but being lazy means not of action. Not of action. And it's beautiful to be not of action, because once you've allowed that for your body, you pivot into different actions that you can do. There's a lot of healing passing through right now. Every cell of our body needs to be cleansed of all the fear and this as above, so below. Hey, Bamboo. How's it going? Yeah, me too. Middle of my shoulder blades heating up. It's my confirmation. Karen, my shoulders. Me too. And I usually self-massage, and my wrists are acting up. So I gotta be very careful not to put myself in a position of like messing up the wrist. So I can't even like do the self-massage the way that I would want to, right? There's no intensity. I can't go in like, you know? Karen, I feel like I have the weight of the world. Who's that dude that has the weight of the world on his back? I'm not sure. I think all the masculine, all the men, and even us women with our masculine, is just it's a masculine trait, right? To feel we have the weight of the world on our shoulders, on our backs, but we don't really, right? Karen, if I had wings, that's the places they would be, on my wrists. Bamboo, you doing okay? Hopefully all doing well. Yeah, I'm doing really good, thanks. I'm gonna do just one more quick card. I don't know why and what needs to come up. Karen, if my dog could take it, she could be a horse and I would put a saddle on her. Yeah. Benzai 10, beauty, another 6, number 6. Benzai 10, beauty. You are at your most lovely when you're being yourself. And the Japanese goddess of beauty, Benzai 10, reminds you that knowing, accepting, and honoring yourself as a spiritual being in a physical body requires self-care. Now is the time to support yourself by surrounding yourself with beauty, choosing to see its power in every aspect of your life. You can commit to doing that. You'll be amazed at how much more beauty arises to greet you. Open your eyes to the wonder everywhere. In the most unexpected places, beauty waits to be discovered. Consider this before you turn away from a person, a place, or a thing. Beauty is everywhere, and it's time to find it. Feeling it. It's the little things. A lot of people. They put a lot of people on a pedestal of what they think beauty is. And they're overlooking their divine counterparts that are just right nearby. Why? Because they're smitten by little kittens that got nothing to do with them. So take your eyes off what's not yours and feel for what's actually yours. And I'll leave it at that, but it's really important. Talked about that a little bit today too, eh? The burns, the certain things, the scars, right? Your divine partner is not going to come in the package that's MK program, right? It's not a matrix-based thing. So often, your divine partner is the exact personality and type that you would never have looked at in your matrix world. Never. That girl that fucking drives you nuts because she got that kind of voice, that kind of hair, that kind of style. You're overlooking. You're too busy looking at the other stuff. Goes for the feminine as well. Right? Feminine have been MK programmed with masculinity all our lives as well. It ain't just a guy thing. It's important. Again, decided to pull another card, and it's all just a flow of being yourself. It's all about authenticity. Every single card today, right? Every single one. I'm just going to leave it at the squirrel and nuts. 5 and 7. 5 and 7 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Trinity. Believe in yourself. Every person that's ever followed their own true north was told by the exact people, you can't do that. Right? You can't do that. That's not your style. You can't do that. What do you mean you want to do that? You know, all of that. People who are meant to be a part of your reality will show up, and they will encourage you, and they won't see you as who you were, because they see you as who you are and who you are evolving into. And that is the most important part, because even within this tribe vibe community type of base, are people letting you evolve into exactly who you are, or are they, you know, comparing you to who you were last week, last year, last month? It's all about flowing into your best self. And your best self evolves all the time. All the time. I love you guys. I'm just going to stop it, because if I keep on yapping just a little bit, then I'm going to keep going, right? And I didn't think I would get to the 4-hour mark, but I'm about to pop it in about 30 seconds. Might as well get to the 4-hour exactly, eh? Exactly, bamboo. Evolve. Eve. Eve is in that word. Olve. Love. And glory be to those shining, just allowing themselves to be seen. Thank you all. Have a super day.